season 2025-2026 football season is about to kick off, and our media wants to bring some goodies your way. Now, we'll be doing a lot of lives, a lot of watch-alongs. During the FIFA World Cup, during the FIFA Club World Cup, we did a lot of watch-alongs where some of you joined, and we had an amazing time. So this season, we want to have more of that, and we want you to join in the live, join the conversations once we are streaming, and drop your comments. Let's get interactive. We want to grow a community on here. So what we want to do is, as you can see, we have some amazing shirts. These are quality shirts, by the way. This is Real Madrid, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Now, let's not forget, Chelsea has the World Championship badge in there. And we'll be giving all of these out based on your engagement with us. Now, if you're able to join our live on our watch-alongs and you're able to predict correctly some of the score lines of the games I'll be bringing your way, guess what? You stand a chance to win some of these amazing shirts and also some cash prizes and airtimes here and there. Now, this is not a one-time thing. Throughout this whole season, our media wants to also support you as you support us. So this is a call for you to engage with us, share our content, like, and one thing you can also do is to invite your family, your friends to like, follow, and share our content. So we'll be looking out for you. We'll be looking out for your content. We'll be looking out for your comments, all the fun and all the joy. We'll be looking out to hear from you once we come on live, and not just our lives, by the way. Once we drop content, we want to see more shares, more interactiveness, and then we'll also like to reward you for your effort. So this is in our media is saying that support us and then win yourself amazing prizes. Thank you for your support so far, and we'll be looking forward to seeing more from you throughout this whole season. As always, I'm your host, Mercy, and catch you some other time for some more excited offers.
Great, another great weekend, and of course, we are most excited to welcome you to Our Media Sport. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on TikTok as well. My name is Agrohene Nana Ijao Opoku, and definitely you know about the right time because Tottenham Hotspur is traveling all the way to Etihad where they take on Manchester City, and that is very huge on the agenda for this morning. Send us your prediction, tell us what you think about the match, because we are certainly ready here. And of course, Our Media Sports will bringing you nothing but the best. This morning I'm here with my main man, Courage. Good morning.
Good morning, bro.
And thanks for the time as well.
My pleasure.
I mean, how was your week? How was your week?
Everything was perfectly okay.
Perfectly okay.
Yeah, perfectly okay.
Wow.
Today,
I like the accent.
R and L.
I like the accent. I don't know whether you just came from UK or the US.
This one is Kumerica language.
Okay, great.
Sometimes we confuse people with the L, then we replace the L with R, and then sometimes to the R with L. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. But of course, we have a big match at hand. 11:30. It is kickstarting at the Etihad Stadium. It is a big one. And of course, those two teams, had big wins. Last weekend in the first week of the English Premiership, we saw Manchester City traveling all the way to Molineux to destroy Wolves by 4-0. We also saw how Tottenham Hotspur also, mesmerized, Burnley by 3-0, where Mohamed Kudus dazzled through all the game that he played for Tottenham Hotspur. This morning, two managers are coming out with very strong lineup. We will definitely get to the lineup on the screens, but share with me your thoughts on the two teams.
It's been a match so far. So we are in week 2.
Yeah.
So the week 1, both teams had very good days. Yes, because Manchester City were dominant. Yes, they mesmerized their opponents.
Yes.
Same as Tottenham Hotspur, where Kudus and Richarlison combined to secure big win for them in the match they won. So going to the second game, obviously eyes will be on Manchester City, because they've been very dominant for the past years. Out of 6 seasons, they've won 4 Premier League titles. Tottenham Hotspur, they are riding on their reign in the European scene last season, where they won the Europa League, UEFA Europa League, and then they couldn't win the Super League, the first shot of the hands of PSG. So they went into the season very strong, making a statement that we have the squad, we have the coach, and then everything supporting us. So we are here to make a big statement this season. And then they started with a very good win. Richarlison, insane, he contender for goal of the season so far, because he scored one of the amazing goals over the weekend. And then also Manchester City making some tweaks on their lineup and then their personnel has really helped them. If you check at today's lineup, you could see that they've made very significant changes. Especially with Cherki having his first start. Omar Marmoush couldn't get a chance to play last season, or he didn't start, but then he's in the lineup today. So if you see, we have a very big and then KG encounter on our hands.
Great. Let me quickly run it through the lineups. And I'll start off from the home team, that is Manchester City. Pep Guardiola has opted for a 4-2-3-1 formation. 4-2-3-1 formation. And of course, you have James Trafford in post for Manchester City. We have Rico Lewis, we have John Stones, Ruben Diaz, and Ait Nori. And of course, in midfield, we have Nico Gonzalez, we have Tijani Riandes, and of course, we have Oscar Bob, Ryan Cherki, and Omar Mamouche. And Erling Haaland, leading the attack for Manchester City. For Tottenham Hotspur, Vicario is in post. Spence, Mark Devine, Christian Romero, and Pedro Porro at the back line for Tottenham Hotspur. For midfielders, we have Papisa, we have João Paulinha, we have Bentancur, we have Mohamed Kudus, Richarlison, and of course Johnson as well for Tottenham Hotspur. You look at the lineup, and both teams have presented a very strong team.
Yes,
telling us that indeed they are in for a great game.
Yes, you look at Tottenham Hotspur's lineup. They've not made any single change.
Yeah. From what we saw against
from day one. Yes, Bernard Rodgers maintains his position.
Yeah.
And then also Bernard Johnson, Mohamed Kudus, and then Richarlison as the front three. Bentancur, Paulinha also maintain that three midfield. And then the only shout outs to Spence. I don't take anything away from him. But then I think he's the only person I fear for
a weak link.
Yes, he's the weakest link. Why do I say so? Because naturally he's a right-footed player being deployed as a left back. So you know what it means. If you are a right-footed player playing as left back, you are disadvantaged because anytime you get the ball, you need to tilt it to the right side to be able to make any proper incursion. And then it also limits you from attacking effectively because when you move forward, you are going to move in as a winger. Meanwhile, you are supposed to be a defender. And Spence, I know for some seasons now has been a very an outright right winger.
That is true.
Yeah. So deploying him at the left wing is kind of a weak link for me in that Tottenham team. I don't know why I keep saying PSG.
So, share with us. The game will start in a jiffy. But share with us your prediction. We are live on Facebook, Our Media Sports on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, Our Media Sports on YouTube. And then TikTok as well. Share with us your prediction. We'll get them reading or we'll get them read for you as soon as possible. So share with us. We have some goodies for our fans out there and
sure.
all that. Those of you who want to win, replica jerseys, some paraphernalias from us and all that. And so we've got all that goodies for you guys. So share with us your prediction. A quick prediction before the game, starts. Now let's talk about Mohamed Kudus. We saw him giving us an A game in the first week of the English Premiership.
Yes.
Is he, going to give us the same level of performance, or you feel that this time around his performance is going to level up? Okay,
so he recorded double of assists in the previous game. Coming into this game, playing against Manchester City, if not the best, one of the best in the Premiership, because they've won 4 out of 6 titles in the past 6 years. So if you are coming against such a team of caliber, a team with such quality, you also need to improve or also need to show something. Show that, come on, if you are big, I'm also big. This is the stage. You market yourself properly. If you are a player and you need any platform to showcase your talent widely, this is one of the stages you need to showcase your talent to the world. So if you are coming up against players like Ait Nuri, who was
just a quick one, Manchester City have just won 4 out of 12 games against Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs is just that team that Man City cannot simply beat. Last season, for instance, we saw Spurs beating Manchester City by 2-0 and crashing them out of the EFL Cup in round 4. Clearly telling you the dominance of Tottenham Hotspur over Manchester City.
Even in their topmost prime. Spurs have always been that team to match them boot for boot in the Premiership. I remember Harry Kane and Son, what they used to do to Pep Guardiola's Man City. But then I think today will be a different game altogether. All those orthodox or old players are not significantly in this game. So we can see new faces here with the likes of Ryan Cherki, Oscar Bob, Reinders, Tijani, and the likes coming up against a Tottenham team who has also made a lot of inclusions in their team. You mentioned Kudus, Bernard Rodgers. This is his second season with the Tottenham Hotspurs, and then Theo and Co. So this is a very huge map game. It's London against Manchester. You know, Tottenham plays from London, and City are also in the Manchester.
That is
yes.
Very, very
so
true.
This is a very, very big game, and if you need to be in the top 4 or challenge for any trophy this season, these are one of the matches you need to take very, very serious, because if you meet Manchester City in the Premiership, there's also a possibility that you might even meet him in the European scene. So if this is the second game of the season, it's a very good chance for you to test your strength against the bigger opponents, so that even if you fall short here, going forward, you know that you've had an improved performance, or you know how to improve on your team in order to beat the relatively lesser teams going forward.
Great. So we are live on YouTube, Our Media Sports. Kindly get in there, share with us your prediction ahead of the game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur, and very soon referee will blow his whistle for the game to kickstart at Etihad. I see Papi Sarr, in the center circle, trying to, release passes to, his teammates and all that. But for Papi Sarr in the first week, I think he really, extinguished himself.
Yes,
in terms of play for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, Papi Sarr was my man of the match last week. He did a very, very, very good job in the midfield, playing box to box, defending and then attacking as well simultaneously. So if he's able to get half of that performance he put in last week, I think he should be okay. Yes, because coming up against Man City will not be an easy team. You will not get that chance to dominate.
Great. So our people on YouTube, our people on Facebook, share with us your comments. We'll read them for you. So the game has already started, 30 seconds into the game. And that is Vicarious, releases one to his captain. I've seen Cristiano Romero, this season.
Yes.
Captain Tottenham Hotspur after Son Heung-min, left the club.
And he also just renewed his contract. That should be a huge
responsibility on him.
Yes. So he just renewed his contract until 2030. So he has
2030.
Yes, he has about 5 years more to play.
That's a very long marriage.
Yes. So he's very happy. On any day, he's one of the best centre backs you find in the world. He's a world class. The only thing has to do with his temperament, because he easily gets booked, and then that's the only weakness on the side of Cristiano Romero.
John Stones finds one, releases to Ruben Diaz to Umar Mamouche, back to Stones, and Manchester City at this point in time trying to settle into the game. This is Rico Lewis, and of course City will have the ball now, looking for Erling Haaland, but Tottenham Hotspur will have to deal with it. Still Spurs with the ball, and Brendan Johnson has been brought down. What does the referee says? It says that it's a throw-in against Tottenham Hotspur. We are live on YouTube, live on Facebook, Our Media Sports. Kindly share with us your thoughts, share with us your comments, your predictions. We'll read them for you. This is Ruben Diaz, the Portuguese international.
Yes, leader at the back.
Leader at the back for Manchester City. And that is Luis. And Manchester City will try at least to unsettle Tottenham Hotspur at this point in time. It is Spurs who are pushing and looking for an early lead or an early goal. And obviously, when you are playing against Manchester City, you don't expect to be having too much possession, because they will dominate.
Yes, that's for sure. I think Oscar Bob, I'm happy for his return. He's a silky player with a magical left foot, so I'm hoping to see a blink of what he is capable of. He has so much talent, and his ceiling is very, very, very high. He's one of the players I look up for in the Premiership this particular season. His season got cut off short last season by horrific injury, so I'm hoping he's able to maintain shape and then brings out the best in him.
Van de Ven finds his captain finds goalkeeper Vicarious. A long one has been sent to Spurs, and of course he easily dealt with it, but Manchester City will come at them and they have the possession now. And referee says it's a foul against Manchester City because Spurs was brought down. And then now you're talking about Spence and his performance against Burnley in first week of the English Premiership.
Yes, he did very, very, very well with ball recoveries and then also joining in attacks. So he helped Brendan Johnson a lot on that flank. So I'm hoping he gets that mojo again in this particular game.
Hoping that he gets his mojo back in this game as well. This is Spence goes past one, but it's a throw in for Manchester City. And City at this point in time trying to unsettle Tottenham Hotspur. The ball moves to the back. This is Ruben Diaz. Diaz finds Stones. Stones into the midfield for Manchester City. And it looks as if City is still playing the ball at the back. I mean, I don't know their tactics, but it looks as if they want to, lure the Tottenham Hotspur players to come forward so that they can put the ball at their back.
Yes, City is a particular team, or that team who would like to touch the ball more than 50 times before entering to the opponent's half. So that's exactly what they are doing. They are strategically playing at the back to invite the Spurs players into their area, so they'll be able to capitalize on Omar Mamouche's brilliance and then his speed
as well.
Yes,
so it's a throw-in for Manchester City. Throw-in, quickly done. This is Spurs. This is Manchester City who are, coming, and the ball is at the center stage. Manchester City trying to pull strings here and finds Ruben Diaz back to his teammates. And Manchester City, trying to at least swing one or two passes together. We are live on YouTube, Our Media Sports. Oh, a mistake from Jones, and Tottenham Hotspur will have to deal with this one. Vicario sends a very long one in, looking for Richarlison, but to no avail. Ball goes to goalkeeper Trafford, and of course Jones will have it now. This is Jones. Releases it to his teammates, and a foul for Tottenham Hotspur, and of course referee has blown his whistle. He says that Nico, fouled.
Yes, Nico Gonzalez went to sleep after receiving the pass from James Trafford. So Richarlison capitalized on that, pressured him, took the ball from him, but then he resorted to a foul. And then that's exactly what Spurs would like to do right now: mount pressure on the City opponents and then try to beat them with physicality and then see if they can get anything better out of.
Approaching the 6 minutes, it's still goalless at Etihad, and Manchester City will have to deal with this free kick. It's a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur. I see Pedro Porro, who is behind the ball. Pedro Porro in recent times, has been scoring some fantastic, free kicks for Tottenham Hotspur, and they've got the men. They've got the men to jump. Christian Romero is in there. When it happens that you can't see Mohamed Kudus.
Yes, he stays back to protect. He becomes the shield.
So a long one has been sent in, and this is Spurs coming at Manchester City. Has been dealt with quickly. Erling Haaland, ballooned the ball to safety, but here is Spence. Spence sends a very long one in, looking for Mohamed Kudus. Yes, he finds Kudus. Oh, a very beautiful one from Mohamed Kudus, dazzling in front. Sends one to Spence at the back, and Spence, leaves the ball for his teammates. This is Vicario, the goalkeeper for Tottenham Hotspur. We are live on YouTube, Our Media Sports. Leave with us your thoughts, your comments, your predictions. A long one has been sent, but to nobody in particular. To goalkeeper Trafford for Manchester City.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been called for an offside. He didn't time Kudus run well, and then he also overkicked the ball. So that would have been an offside, but then fair enough, he went to the goalkeeper. Ait Nori,
trying to find his teammate, number 10 shattered man, Ryan Cherki. Is Man City still missing, some of their key players who have left the team?
Maybe Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes, like Kevin De Bruyne.
As of now, I wouldn't say much because they've been the better team so far. So maybe if the game approaches somewhere that they are not able to create more chances, because a team that scored about 4 goals in their first game, I don't think they'll be missing any attacking prowess. So if they are not able to break the back of Tottenham in this particular game, then we can start having that conversation.
I see Erling Haaland trying to track back and help the defenders.
Yes.
What happens that is who gets the goal for you, because your main striker, seem to be tracking back.
But then I think it's a tactical approach, because you could see Omar Mamouche always at the top there, and then also Oscar-Bob at the other flank. So they want to capitalize on his speed. Yes. So anytime they get the ball, instead of passing to Erling Brand Haaland, they switch to the wing side to search for Omar Mamouche instead, for him to use his space and then technique to their ability.
A free kick to Tottenham Hotspur. And Pedro Porro will have to deal with this one.
Yes,
very close to the 18 box.
Yes, this is at a very good position for a right-footed player. If he takes it, he manages to bend it over the wall, that goes in straight. And then if he also tries to go to where the goalkeeper is, then there should be a bit of power behind it.
A bit of power behind it. There is Mohamed Kudus, and there is Pedro Porro as well. Who takes this one? I feel Mohamed Kudus will take this one, but Pedro Porro hits the wall. Another one. Side netted. Brilliant one for Tottenham Hotspur, trying to make incursions and making a statement of intent that they are in for business. And Pedro Porro, on this occasion, at least he tried his possible best.
Yes, the rebound was better than the initial kick. So Off targets, however.
Off targets, we've done 9 minutes of play. Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Send us your prediction on Facebook, Our Media Sports, on YouTube, Our Media Sports. And this production has been put together by, beautiful girl and great gentlemen behind the screens.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Another opportunity for Manchester City, but Umar Mamouche
nearly squeezed that
one in, just missing by inches. And Umar Mamouche, you talked about his speed.
Yes, you see, he was really targeted. So Haaland flicked it, and then Poro failed to locate his goalkeeper. So he used his speed to his advantage. That nearly went in. Manchester City should have been informed by now, but the gods of Tottenham Hotspur, have saved them. Just look at this man. He cannot simply believe that the ball didn't enter. Yes, a built person like him. Football is full of emotions.
If
you look at a built person, a very gymnastic person like this, acting very emotional, then.
But who said those people, they are very, very emotional?
How can you be well built and then be emotional?
Oh, now what makes people are very, very emotional? Can't you see Francis?
Being built is synonymous to being strong.
Francis is well built. Oh, okay. He's gonna be just water.
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's move on. This is Vicario. Sends a very long one in. Looking for a teammate. Yes, he finds Richarlison. Richarlison couldn't deal with the ball properly. And Manchester City will now gain possession at this point in time. This is goalkeeper. Oh, what a blunder nearly caused by Trafford, goalkeeper of Manchester City. That is Mohamed Kudus. Kudus trying to use his dribbling abilities and speed as well. Sends a very long way in looking for his teammate, but couldn't connect.
Yes, Brendan Rodgers, Johnson was at the far end waiting to pounce on that cross from Kudus, but then it was rather unfortunately it went too high. But then Trafford, what a mistake! We can't afford to make such mistakes against a very threatening striker in the person of Richarlison. So he should be very, very cautious and then play to his ability.
Bob has the ball now, has been brought down. Referee says it's a foul for Manchester City.
It's surprising how Oscar Bob has been chosen ahead of this guy, Savinho. Meaning Savinho has fallen out of favor.
Yes, he's fallen out of favor. And there was just a season.
But Savinho has been their starter from day one of last season. So if this is just a season and then you are going with a very strong team, I think you should have gone.
I think Savinho is an incredible player. He's very, very good.
He was also linked to the Tottenham Hotspur team.
His finishing has always been questionable.
Yes, I agree with that.
For Spurs, I think about 2 or 3 days ago, I saw them. They wrote something on Facebook, on their Facebook page, where they had a Breche Eze picture, they had Mohamed Kudus, they had Richarlison. Just about a day or two, we heard that Arsenal, has hijacked that transfer, and looks as if Breche Eze will be announced by Arsenal Football Club. And an opportunity for Manchester City. Umar Mamouche by Vicarious, saves this one for Tottenham Hotspur.
What an incredible goalkeeping. Yes.
That was a great save.
Yes. He did that to save his team. It was almost a 1v1 with Umar Mamouche. Umar Mamouche not giving Pedro Porro a briefing chance at all. That was a bravery goalkeeping by Vicario.
This is Ruben Diaz. Diaz says a very long one looking for his teammate but couldn't connect. And Tottenham Hotspur will regain possession at this point in time.
Umar Mamouche has been a threat up front for the Spurs. And then Vicario and then Bernard Johnson needs to step up. Also, Poro. Yes, he's been good going forward, but then defensively he's not putting work yet. So he needs to check his movement and then also be able to mark his opponent very well.
Be able to mark his opponent very, very well. Lots of Ghanaians are expecting Mohamed Kudus to sparkle while he's getting his first goal in a Premiership for Tottenham Hotspur this morning. But I mean, early kickoffs have his own way of dealing with.
Yeah, Ent Nuri is not giving Mohamed Kudus a briefing chance at all. He's marking him man to man. He's always been on him. You see that block he did just a couple of minutes ago.
So this is Our Media Sports. You are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Let your comments keep flowing. Let them flow, and then we'll read them for you as well. Vicario has the ball now. Vicario, sends one to Van de Ven. Van de Ven finds Spence, and there is Spence. Rastaman through one stone, sends the ball back to to Van de Ven. Van de Ven finds his goalkeeper, Vicario, and just look at this ball playing goalkeeper.
Yes.
That is modern day football.
Yeah, this has become a norm of all goalkeepers trying to play with their feet, but I still don't fancy this anyway. Me, I like the old school.
You like the old school?
Perform your duty as a
goalkeeper.
You
want the bim bam bam?
No, maybe you are a shot stopper. Yes, so stop the shots. I don't care how good you are with the feet. You want to play with the feet. Be an outside player. Don't choose to be a goalkeeper and then tell me you are good at your feet. No, be good with your hands.
Be good with your hands. And Manchester City has the ball now, and in defense, this is John Stones. John Stones trying to, alert the referee that is a player down.
Yes, I think Aït-Nouri.
Aït-Nouri is down for Manchester City. 15 minutes of play, and the referee will have to attend to him. I'm sure the team of physicians will also attend to him. And Pep Guardiola trying to look for other options in case.
There are so many options.
Yes.
Nathan Ake and the rest are all available. So, as I mentioned, he's even started.
Okay, so Nathan Ake, doing some bit of warm up, and from all indications, it looks as if Aït-Nouri can't continue at this point in time.
Yes. I think
would it be a big blow for Manchester City?
I don't think so, because Ake is not new to this team. He's been in the team for years. Aït-Nouri is rather the one warming himself up into the game. So it's just like for like change, and then the player very well familiar with the turf at Etihad Stadium.
The current Ballon d'Or, holder.
He's not done anything since winning the Ballon d'Or. Last time we saw him was on the podium lifting up the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, that is true. But good to see him on the bench for Manchester City. Just maybe he might have a bite of this game.
Yes.
Rodri, has been on the radar of the likes of Real
Madrid
as well. So this is what happened.
Yes.
Okay, so that shot from Mohamed Kudus.
Yes, he blocked it.
Yeah. I mean, that should be very, very painful.
Yes,
very painful.
He hits his toe like yes. He might have twisted his leg.
Yeah. Those of us who have played football, I don't know where did you play football?
Actually, Division 2 level.
Division 2, what team?
I played for Auroras.
Okay. Hartlepool Auroras.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have my mates in the Premier League right now, the Ghana Premier League.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm not sure the likes of Big Ben, the likes of Evan have touched football before.
No. They are only sitting behind the console and stuff, pressing the computer and stuff.
Yeah. That's what they know. They know best. What? Which team? Whose team? What?
What's the name of the team? I'll check your name there.
I play for Newcastle Babies.
Oh, nice.
Yes, in Bekum. Yes, Newcastle Babies in Bekum. I mean, I was a top striker. At that point in time in 2008, 2009, when the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns were coming for me.
Oh,
but
wow.
My daddy blocked that. He always wanted me to go to school.
You see. We would have been partnering.
He's a bookman, so he always wanted me to go to school and stuff like that.
We would have been partnering this guy, Naki Williams, in Attack for Blasters.
Of course, we had to drop it and focus on school. But
it's all good.
Oh yeah, it's all good. But today here I am as a sports journalist. So I still have the sports in my blood.
Yes. If you are not doing it on the field, you are doing it off the pitch.
Of course. 18 minutes of play. Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. This is Ruben Diaz trying to find a teammate in person of Oscar Bob. This is Oscar Bob coming in full force. Dribble pass 1, pass 2. Oscar Bob releases the ball to his teammate, still with Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob trying to find Umar Mamouche. There he is. Mamouche! What a save, but an opportunity for Manchester City to take the lead. And the ball, as it stands now, things are getting intense in the game. Van de Ven tries to find Mohamed Kudus, but to no avail. And Manchester City will regain possession. Hey, Aït-Nouri still playing.
Yes. I think the substitution will be effected soon, maybe when the ball gets out of touch. But then that was a very, very brilliant curler from Mamouche. That's typical of him. He cuts inside on his right foot and then tries to get the curler, but then this one he couldn't get the bend enough on it. So he went directly to Vicario, who also made a very good punch.
Vicario makes a very good punch and saves, the situation for Tottenham Hotspur. It's still goalless at the Etihad, and this is Spence, headed one for his teammate, but Bob Oscar will take this one, finds the teammate, and Manchester City driving at this point in time. Could this be the goal for City? But it has been dealt with. Papisa hasn't really been seen in the game for the past 19 minutes now, but this is Spence. Spence leaves one for Van de Ven. Van de Ven says a very long one for Richarlison, but has been dealt with by Manchester City defenders. So Tottenham Hotspur leaves one for captain Christian Romero. Romero leaves one for his teammates. Our Media Sports live on YouTube, Our Media Sports live on Facebook, and we are serving you with nothing but the best. Leave with us your comments, your suggestions, your predictions. And I can see a limping, Nori.
He surely come off, but the ball needs to get out of touch first.
The ball needs to get out of touch. 20 minutes of play. This is Manchester City coming in full force. And Mamosh, can he take this one? But it goes for a throw in. And so it's a throw in for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, he couldn't time his run well. And Tottenham Hotspur's defenders also did a very, very brilliant job by staying in line in order to set an offside trap for Mamouche, so he couldn't bypass them for that pass. But then I think Papi Metasa and Co are missing in midfield because Manchester City has been very, very dominant to the likes of Tijani Reinders and Nico Gonzalez being very, very compactable. Yes, and then also Erling Haaland joining them as well to outnumber the Spurs midfielders. So it's been very, very difficult for Papi, Sa and Co to get some touches or any significant remarks on the ball as of now.
Any significant remarks on the ball, but City coming in full force, but ball has been dealt with. This is Spence. Rastaman threw one stone. Spence, sends the ball to you. A welcome goal kick for Tottenham Hotspur now, and maybe, just maybe, Manchester City can make their change now. Only time will tell. But Nathan Ake, confidently waiting for that change.
You can see he's getting prepared to come on. He's taking some instructions from the assistant coach. Yes.
Okay, so this Vicario has the ball down and trying to send a very long one in. Leaves one for his player, but of course Aït-Nouri can't continue at this point in time, and the change has to be quickly effected. I can see
sacrifice Guardiola for his team.
Pep Guardiola giving instructions to Nathan Ake. Has he also fallen, out of love for insights of Pep Guardiola?
For a team like Manchester City, and then playing under a coach like Pep Guardiola, he always wants to play or have the best players at his foot. So anytime you lose an inch, even if it's something very, very light, he will find a perfect replacement to replace you. So Aït-Nouri in the Premiership last season for Antoine Semenyo's team, Bournemouth, one of the best. He was the best left back in the Premiership, and then the best teams, the best players plays for the best teams. So he got recruited by Pep Guardiola to this Manchester City, and then you don't expect a player who was bought over 50 million as a defender to come and then sit on the bench. And then also Nathan Ake is not an out and out left back. He's mostly played as a centre back. You see, so it was just something. A very simple decision. I've got a left back, so I'll not improvise anymore. Yes, so I'm playing with a left back, the natural left back. So fight for the position.
You have to fight.
Yes, as a centre back.
Yeah, as a centre back.
Yes.
Yes. There's Ruben Diaz in there.
Ruben Diaz. Yes. They have a lot of centre backs. John Stones, even John Stones, at a certain point was relegated to the bench.
So Adom on YouTube. I don't know whether to say add-on, because there is AD and there is a space and OM.
Yes.
But whether he or she says that City to win by 3-1. Esther says goal, and I don't know which goal Esther is shouting.
Some people are watching from Porto.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they're watching.
Chris says away for Spurs on YouTube. That is what Chris is saying. Let me go to Facebook and see what people are also saying on Facebook. And today we want to do at least live 1K on Facebook. So kindly share for us. As it stands, we've done more than half of it, and so we're looking forward to it. Rajas Nayak on Facebook just says hi. Influencer Gents says that we want to watch it. Influencer Assemble Nyabotere. Bye, influencer, don't worry, we will get there. William Pito says I like Manchester City on Facebook. William Pito sends this one in. You can also join the discussion or send us your comments on Facebook and YouTube. Our Media Sports. But please, we will love it when you share for us. Kindly share this content for your family, your friends to also get to know or get to hear of us, our media sports. And so this is Spurs now. Spence has the ball, sends a very long one looking for Mohamed Kudus. Can he find him? Yes. Oh, it goes up for a throw. Kudus couldn't reach there.
Yeah, that would have been a very, very lovely ball, and then a very threat to Manchester City, but then unfortunately he couldn't play the ball on target. Yes, he couldn't find Kudus out of space. Yes.
But 25 minutes of play, still goalless. Do you foresee any goal coming soon?
Yes. There should be a goal in this half. Spurs nearly caused a very, very, very danger to City, but then unfortunately Brendan Johnson's last touch was too heavy, so the ball went out of touch for a goal kick, and then that's been the latest incursion in the game.
Pedro Porro sends a very long one to his goalkeeper Vicario. This is Vicario. Vicario finds Van de Ven. Van de Ven tries to find Spence. Yes, he gets him, and Tottenham Hotspur will restart the game at this point in time. Spence tries to find his teammate, an opportunity for Brendan Johnson. There is Johnson. He scored a goal for Tottenham Hotspur. And sends the ball to a throw in for Tottenham Hotspur. Quickly has been done by Spence. Spence sends the ball back, and Tottenham Hotspur will have to restart the game at this point in time. This is Christian Romero.
Looks like the game has turned and Tottenham are
now dominating, and it's quite mind-boggling that Tottenham Hotspur will come to Etihad and dominate at this point in time.
I mean, they have nothing to lose. If you lose to Manchester City, it's not any big deal.
I'm not sure Spurs is going to lose this game. I mean, judging from the sort of games that they've had in recent times and how City have had issues or finds it difficult to beat Tottenham Hotspur. This is Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob has the ball now. Releases one to his fellow teammates, trying to find Umar Mamouche. There he is. Mamouche. Missing by inches. It's a throw in for Tottenham Hotspur, and Mamouche should be concentrating at this point in time.
Yes, I think if he went to sleep, he wanted to.
I don't know what he wanted to do.
He tried a bit of showboating there, but then it didn't quite work.
But don't forget that we're bringing you social media corner.
Yes.
After the first 45 minutes, for you guys to know what is trending, what is going on on the portals, on Twitter, on Facebook, what you guys are saying on social media. I mean, concerning this particular match, Manchester City coming, and of course, Mamouche has the ball now, enters into the 18 box of Tottenham Hotspur, tries to find Nico Luiz, but of course, fans couldn't materialize. Tottenham Hotspur will have to deal with this one still. Ball with Manchester City, and this is City coming at Tottenham Hotspur. Ruben Dias finds his teammates, tries to find Oscar Ball, but goes for a throw in for Tottenham Hotspur. Luis usually had that, Rasta kind of the Afro kind of style.
And then you are not seeing his real height. Yes. Rico Lewis, what a guy. This team nearly lured him. Nottingham Forest they said they will double your salary. And then the transfer window is not yet closed, so maybe something could happen.
It looks as if Spurs is very, very ready to buy power this time around. They are ready to spend.
Rico Lewis is the reason Kyle Walker left Manchester City, so he needs to prove that I'm equally good. And then this is the reason why a player who has been in the club for almost a decade is leaving. Yes.
So Luis has a new haircut. A fresh haircut.
Yes.
For the season. Let's see whether this one will bring luck to Manchester City, because last season they really had a very difficult one. This is Erling Braut Haaland with his energy, goes past one, pass to Manchester City, an opportunity for Mamouche, but Vicario deals with this one.
Vicario is fast becoming the hero of this match. So
what an opportunity for Mamouche.
Yes, Haaland normally doesn't hold up ball like that. He doesn't penetrate through defender, but then he's been doing that quite well in this half. I don't know, maybe there's something specific or something special he learned during of the season. So yes, it's a special technique or skills is coming to add up to his play. So I'm looking forward to that.
But this ball should have entered the net. Mamouche
took the brilliance of the goalkeeper to deny Mamouche
to the rescue of Tottenham Hotspur. Richarlison has been brought down. Referee says play must continue, and referee blows his whistle for a foul on a foul on Erling Haaland, and there you have it. Bentancur, try to pull him back, and a referee says that it is a foul for Manchester City. But this was the opportunity for Umar Mamouche to at least
he could have just lifted
his ball
in.
But the goalkeeper really did well. I mean, we must give credit to the goalkeeper.
He closed him down very, very early.
Very, very early.
Yes.
Erling Haaland already has 2 goals in the English Premiership this season.
Scored a joint top scorer with Richarlison as well.
Scored a brace last weekend, and Richarlison also scored a brace last weekend. And so let's see who will settle who, or who will unsettle who. There's Umar Mamouche. A long one has been said, but has been dealt with by Tottenham Hotspur's defenders. And this is Richarlison trying to find Mohamed Kudus. Kudus get the ball. There is Mohamed Kudus, a lone ranger. What can he do with the ball? Dribbles pass 1, pass 2. Still ball with Mohamed Kudus, trying to find his teammate. Oh, ball has been dealt with. And Vicario will get this one in. Tries to find Spence. This is Spence. Spence's long one to Van de Ven. Van de Ven trying to find his goalkeeper, Vicario. Vicario has the ball now, sends a very long one into the midfield, trying to find Mohamed Kudus. Can Kudus get it? But has been dealt with. There is Nathan Ake. Ake has the ball. Ake trying to find Umar Mamouche. Can he? Yes, he does. But it's a throw in for Manchester City.
Yeah, Bentancur did really well to get that out of touch. Mamouche has been a threat to this Spurs defense. Well, now earlier on, Kudus went toe-to-toe with Tijani Reinders, trying to bully him off with his body physique, but then he quite couldn't get it on target.
30 minutes of play. Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Who gets to score the first goal? And I mean, for those of you who will be visiting the efficacy, this game I've predicted over 1.5, and so over 1.5.
Let's see if that will.
I've actually gone for City to win and to score 2 goals as well.
That's highly possible. I foresee goals flowing this match.
So that was courage. He says that he foresees goals flowing in this particular game. Mohamed Kudus has the ball now, and the Ghanaian international has been making the headlines since joining Tottenham Hotspur. Now Spurs will try to restart the game. This is Bentancur. Bentancur tries to find Spence, and Spence is coming. This is Spence, tries to take the ball backwards to Mark de Ven. Van de Ven, I beg your pardon. Van de Ven sends one into midfield for his teammate, and this is Tottenham Hotspur trying to play the ball for themselves. Leaves one for the goalkeeper Vicario, and Spurs will try to draw Manchester City forward so that they can put the ball at their back. The ball has been dealt with by John Stones.
Yes. It was going straight to Brendan Johnson, so that was a very, very nice and then good interception by John Stones to prevent any further incursion.
I mean, but 32 minutes of play, still goalless. If you are Thomas Frank, you should be excited that at least you are
be able to maintain. Yes.
At least you are getting a draw, at least in this first half.
Yes.
A draw will be good for Tottenham Hotspur, so that when they go into recess, they can try to map up other strategies to come at Manchester City.
Yes. They're very, 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 very comfortable playing a draw at this particular stage and then at this very moment. So as far as they are not considering, or they've not considered any goal, there's hope that they could probably do something proper or get something back.
Sends a long one, but to nobody in particular. And goalkeeper Trafford will release one to John Stones. John Stones to Rico Lewis, and Lewis has the ball down, sends one to Ruben Diaz. Diaz to John Stones. John Stones trying to pick up a teammate and finds Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob has been brought down. Referee says it's a foul. Foul against Tottenham Hotspur. And who takes this one in particular? I've seen some. I mean that was needless.
Yes.
From Brendan
Johnson. Yes, that was needless because the foul move away, let them restart the ball. Why do you go and then stand in front of the ball for close to 10 seconds and then at the end you also kick the ball out? No, we don't do that.
So Johnson is on a yellow card and has to be very careful here because his team needs him.
Yes.
I mean
one of the reasons you get subbed in the second half because you don't gamble a match like this.
So Spurs has the ball now. It's still goalless at Etihad. And Spurs sends a very long one to his goalkeeper Vicario. Vicario sends a long one into midfield trying to find Richarlison, but has been dealt with by the defenders of Manchester City. This is Van de Ven. Van de Ven tries to find his goalkeeper Vicario. A long one, okay, a very short one has been sent to Van de Ven and tries to find a teammate here. This is Van de Ven, and ball has been collected calmly. There is Manchester City. Oh, an opportunity for City, but goes for a warmly welcome goal kick for Tottenham Hotspur.
Tijani Rangers should have at least tried his luck on goal, but then he wanted to play it smartly into another Manchester City player, but then that couldn't happen.
That couldn't happen. We are so live on Facebook, Our Media Sports on Facebook, Our Media Sports on YouTube. Send us your prediction. Your comments will be read as soon as possible. And when we get to the social media corner, there is Richarlison coming, an opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur to take the lead. It's a goal! Has it been flagged for offside?
Yes,
oh my word!
I think VAR will check.
Bernard Johnson's goal has been flagged for offside. But of course, VAR is in there.
I'll be very pained if the offside is not coming from Richarlison but Brendan Rodgers, because on a normal day, Brendan Rodgers is supposed to be behind Richarlison. So you look at it from this side. Okay. I think it's rather from Richarlison.
Just look at just fine margins.
Let me see. The ball was okay.
So for Johnson, I'm not
Johnson,
sure.
He wasn't offside because he was behind the ball. Yes.
So Richarlison.
Yes, it was
fine.
But the VAR will check.
The referee will
I think this is a clear offside.
Yeah. The referee will check and see whether he was in an offside position. But you also look at the hands of, I think, John Stones.
I mean, that's Ruben
Diaz as well. Yes. And so the referee is checking for checking the disallowed goal, possible offside or not. I think that this goal might stand because I see Ruben Diaz, stretching his hand or his arm. Okay, but let's see what happens. So the goal is being checked
onto a zoom.
Yeah, the goal is being checked, and let's see what happens. But it was a beautiful one.
Yes.
Link one to Brendan Johnson.
Yes.
And Richarlison was unselfish at this point.
That was a very, very nice finish, very, very clinical finish. If it stands, I'll be very, very, very happy. Yes, because you don't stop a very good goal. It was a goal.
Okay, so the goal has been taken. So Tottenham Hotspur are leading Manchester City by a long goal. 36 minutes of play. What would this do to the confidence of Tottenham Hotspur?
If they manage to send this into the tunnel, which is the first half, and then they come back, it will be very, 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 very good for them to boost their morale. They know they are not losing, and then if they don't keep composure or calmness or the ability to keep Manchester City from scoring another goal, that will be very, very difficult. So kudos to them. They've mapped up a strategy to beat Manchester City in about 37 minutes so far, and then it's a positive sign from them.
Positive sign from them. We are so live on YouTube, Our Media Sports, live on Facebook, Our Media Sports, live on TikTok, live on X. And don't forget that after the first 45 minutes, Messi will come with the social media corner.
Yes.
Where all your messages, all your tweets will be read in there for you as well. And so do send in your predictions. Messi will read them for you after first 45 minutes. But the Tottenham Hotspur who are leading by a long goal. Just 38 minutes of play. This is Trafford. Trafford tries to find John Stones. Stones to find his teammates, and wearing the number 10 jersey for Manchester City, Ryan Cherki.
He's been off.
He's been off.
Yes, we've not seen much of him.
He's been off this morning. This afternoon. I mean, yes, it's now 12, and so this afternoon.
I think Spurs' very first shot on target is what has resulted in a goal. It has not to be corrected though, because I've not seen them play any ball on target so far. But then their first, so meaning they can be very, very leader in attack or when pressing up.
I mean, the most important thing is to
put the ball at the back of the net.
Yes. I mean, you can have 12 chances, 20 chances, but if you don't put the ball at the back of the net, it's cost 90.
Yes, that's
just as my man Alaji Gusa would say, go Namafefe.
Yes.
So if you don't score, I mean, it just costs 90. And this is Oscar Bob sends one to Luis. Luis sends a very long one in, searching for Erling Haaland, but has been dealt with by Takor. This is Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, dealing diligently with Manchester City. And Mohamed Kudus will fight for this one. Opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur. Can it be a goal? But of course, has been dealt with by Trafford. Just look at this opportunity for Mohamed Kudus.
I think that was a foul on Kudus.
Could this be an opportunity again?
VR needs to check this. VR needs to check this.
Pedro Porro has been put down in the box of Manchester City.
VR needs to check this.
The play must continue. This is Oscar Bob. Can he do with it? But of course, ball has been dealt with. Vicario sends one to his captain.
I want the ball to go out of touch so quick for VR to be able to check.
Okay, so it's a throw-in for Manchester for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, I think that was a foul ball.
It's an opportunity for us to view whether that is an opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur in terms of whether it being a penalty or not.
I think it happened outside the box.
It happened outside the box. It happened outside the box.
So,
but I mean,
but then earlier on Mohamed Kudus as well. You see what happened to Kudus? That was also a foul ball and then a card.
Yes. No. That is a foul. That is a foul.
Is that not a red card offense?
Is he the last?
Yes, the goalkeeper was the last person. He stopped off the foul, I think.
And I can see, Thomas Frank
very furious. Yes, because
about it.
Double foul happened.
Happened to his player, and I feel that at least one of them should have been taken by the ref.
Yes.
So 40 minutes, 5 minutes more, and we are done with the first 45 minutes plus additional time.
Everything right now going in favor of the Spurs team.
Tottenham Hotspur leading by a long goal as it starts now. Kanketi, Brendan Johnson with a goal for Tottenham Hotspur, and Pedro Porro are still on the grass, receiving some treatment from the physicians.
I think that was a very clean foul. Pedro Porro was in possession of the ball where Nathan Ake came from nowhere to bump into him, and then also Mohamed Kudus' ball, he had control of the ball with his chest, and then James Trafford came in with his knee, so there was a double foul. If the referee could check that.
So the ball is still being checked, but this was the opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur where they scored their goal, and that was a brilliant one from Richarlison, trying to try as much as possible to pick up his teammate Johnson and had that goal. So it's Spurs who are leading by a long goal. Aidan Asem says Agrohene Kudus to score, and I see Yoliati on YouTube says, okay, you guys are doing fantastically well. Okay, I'm glad that you guys are watching. You can also send us your comments, your predictions on YouTube and on Facebook, Our Media Sports. This is Ellen Haaland, who has virtually
become a midfielder. Then Grand Czechia should be doing that job, but then I'm sorry, he's not been seen in the game so far. You see the referee showing that again. That's supposed to be a red card.
Yes. I think that the goalkeeper should have been shown a card because it's almost like a career, threatening injury.
Yes, that's supposed to be a red card. How does he manage to stay on?
Okay, so the goals have come to the rescue of goalkeeper Trafford, because I feel he should have been shown a card in the Spence for Tottenham Hotspur since the ball to a World Cup goalkeeper for his team.
There have been so many unperforming players in this Manchester City team. Like Oscar Bob, Jan Cherky, Tijani Reinders himself hasn't shown much, and then also Ruben Diaz has been a bit shaky at the back, including their goalkeeper James Trafford, who is having his second game of the season. James Trafford, one thing about him, he was with Manchester City Academy from under 16 to under 21, where he got loaned to Leeds United and then stayed there. But then when he qualified Sunderland to the Premiership, Manchester City has gone for him, and then he's back. He's promised the first choice, and then that's what he's doing. So he's won back-to-back Euros with the English national teams, under 21, under 20, under 19. So he's not a new goalkeeper to the terrain, and then he's one of the goalkeepers that the English media touts as one of the successors of Jordan Pickford. Yes, so he's even had cup matches with the senior national team. So he shouldn't be committing those errors in big matches like this.
He shouldn't be committing those errors in big matches like this.
Checky just got shown.
Ryan Checky?
Yes, he's even placed at his level. Papi Batasha is telling me, no, this is the Premiership. You don't joke over here.
So Ryan Checky has been checked.
Yes,
checked out by Papi Sarr. in this particular one, and Pep Guardiola can't simply sit down.
Yes, you can't afford to sit down in this particular game.
Van de Ven finds his captain, Christian Romero, sends a very long one in, looking for his teammate, but that would have been an offside. Goalkeeper Trafford has the ball. And Bernardo Silva, who has been made captain of Manchester City, is on the bench and watching on and hoping to come on in the second half.
That tells you the number of players City possesses and then the squad depth. Not just any players, but then they have quality at all departments.
Quality at all departments. This is Bentancur. Bentancur finds Van de Ven. Van de Ven has the ball now. Dribble pass one, pass two, finds a teammate in Spence, and Spence sends the ball backwards to his teammates. This is Bentancur. Bentancur leaves it for his teammate wearing number 6 jersey, Pahinha. And Pahinha leaves one for his captain, Christian Romero. Romero sends one to Pedro Porro. This is Pedro Porro. Porro sends one to Mohamed Kudus. Kudus would have to check it in. And this is Pahinha sends a very long one into the box, but has been dealt with by John Stones. So Papisa has the ball now. Tottenham Hotspur coming in full force. An opportunity for Spurs. This could be a goal, but it has been dealt with. Corner kick.
Yes, so you could see that on the right hand side of Tottenham Hotspur, anytime they get the ball, it becomes very, very dangerous because Mohamed Kudus is in there already, causing havoc for Nathan Ake, who just came on. And then there is also Richarlison, who's also moving to that space, so they are causing an overload there and then making all the necessary tackles and then also winning all the balls and then pressing them on that right hand side. So it's becoming a threat from that right hand side, and then that's their stronghold right now.
That's their stronghold right now. It's a corner kick for Spurs, and Mohamed Kudus would have to lay this one in. It's a corner kick, quickly effected. Okay, the referee blows his whistle. Okay, tries to talk to the goalkeeper and one of the players. That is Christian Romero. The referee has placed 7 more minutes into the first 45 minutes.
I don't actually know what happened. What happened to be able to play 7 minutes?
Maybe the VR was part as well.
Come on, 3 minutes would have been okay. Because 7 minutes, what actually happened? No temporary hold up or no.
So corner will be retaken. Mohamed Kudus.
Even the goal wasn't celebrated.
Would have to do a better one here. Kudus sends a very long one, trying to find Richarlison. It's another. Okay, so welcome goalkeeper for Manchester City.
Very, very wasted opportunity. Kudus could have had the ball on target, searching for a better player inside the box, not to go so far.
Where Richarlison was.
Yes.
Was far
the ball was climbing Richarlison, so he couldn't get a better chance of nodding it into a dangerous zone.
That is true. I agree with you. Then it's Trafford. Trafford has the ball down, trying to find a teammate. Hey, an opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur to make it to Richarlison, and it's a goal. João Pahinha scores this one. Tottenham Hotspur flying at this point in time. 46 minutes, and Spurs were leading by 2-0. Pep Guardiola bends his head down. Can't believe that his team are in simply tatters at this point in time.
This is what you get if you want a player to do what he's not capable of. If you Trafford is not known for playing from the back. He's a shot stopper. Yes, he's one of the goalkeepers with good reflexes and then agility. So if you say you should play with his feet, see, that's very, very silly or cynical. How can
you saw Papisa?
Yes, you saw 2 players marking a player, then you still want to play to him. Like, how does it happen? Who does that?
Wow, so that was a blunder. I mean, Manchester City trying to play from the back when you know very, very well that Spurs are playing with that, high level of intensity and high line as well, trying to pressure all your players. Yes, so you decided to pass, and this is the penalty that you pay for it.
Yes, Trafford, as I mentioned earlier, hasn't been that good because you don't commit such errors in big games like this. In matches like this, you play to your full ability. You don't do that. This is not a preseason tournament where you keep on experimenting everything. This is supposed to be a very, very serious game. But then kudos to Spurs. They also put men on the Manchester City team. You saw what Richarlison did. He pressed John Stones and then managed to take the ball off. When he had the ball, he wasn't in haste. That's what a world-class player gives you. He kept composure. Didn't play it to Trafford's face or anything. He turned again, tried to get a very good clear space to put the ball at the back of the net. Trafford tried his best to clear the ball with his hand, but then he fell in front of Parfina, who
okay.
He didn't spare the ball.
Spurs are leading by 2-0, yes. And I mean, you look at the comment sections and what people are saying, extremely very, very funny. But we'll get to that. Messi will read them for you during the social media corner. So I mean, Manchester City fans can't believe their eyes.
Yes.
I mean, at Etihad, they are down by 2-0.
Yes.
Just before.
Just when they thought the 7 minutes would favor them, it rather went on to hand them.
It rather went on to hand them. There is Nathan Ake sends a very long one in, tries to find Umar Mamouche, but things couldn't materialize. And just look at the confidence level.
Yes, from Brendan Johnson
of Tottenham Hotspur. And Brendan Johnson with the ball tries to find a teammate, and Richarlison has been brought down. Referee says it's a foul against Tottenham Hotspur. City with the ball now. Finds Luis to a teammate, and Manchester City are trying to at least unsettle Tottenham Hotspur before the first half. This is Oscar Bob.
I'm not sure Oscar Bob will come into the second half again.
This is Oscar Bob. He's not really had an impact in the game.
He just take a shower.
Tries to find another one, but of course has been dealt with. Referee says what? It's a corner kick?
No. That's supposed to be a goal kick.
It's a corner kick, says the referee?
No, it's a goal kick. That's supposed to be a goal kick.
That is supposed to be a goal kick, but the referee says otherwise. So
I thought he overturned it.
Referee says otherwise, and so it's a corner kick. Maybe Manchester City might get a consolation here going to the recess. A long one has been sent in, but has been dealt with by Pedro Porro of Tottenham Hotspur.
And the near post, very, very near post. And that was a poor kick from Ryan Czech. He should have used his left foot, but then as ambidextrous as he is, so he tried to use his right instead.
Luis sends a very long one to Umar Mamouche. There is Mamouche with the ball. What can he do? Tries to find a teammate. Oh! I mean, City, they should get serious here. Some of the players should get serious here. Manchester City, I don't know what they are actually doing, but I mean, a player has been brought down by referee says play on. Manchester City, at this point in time, trying to press, picks up a teammate. This is Ryan Czeki. Czeki finds Oscar Bob. Oscar into the 18 balls of Tottenham Hotspur, an opportunity for City, but has been dealt with by Spence. Spence trying to find Mohamed Kudus. The ball has been dealt with by Ruben Diaz. And Manchester City, at this point in time, will try and go back to recess and try to, put one or two things together to ensure that they come back stronger in the second half. This is Bob Oscar, dribble pass from Bob Oscar into the box of Tottenham Hotspur, has been brought down by referee says play must continue. It's a corner kick rather for Manchester City, perhaps maybe the very last one.
Yes, Oscar Bob tried a smart one on the referee, but he's not taking it.
Ryan Czeki sends a very short one in, and a long one has been sent. Erling Haaland, what a miss!
This is one of the balls.
That is very unusual for Haaland.
Yes, this one of the yes, because he should have just kept the ball down a bit, but he directed the ball too high, and then it's off target, and then a welcome goal kick to Tottenham Hotspur. This was a very good chance to reduce the deficit, but Haaland couldn't quite capitalize on this, and then Pep Guardiola is on the touchline scratching his face as usual.
He will definitely, scratch his head at this point in time. At this point in time, there's little that he can do until they come after recess, and I'm sure that is where he's going to vary his tactics and take off some players who have not really been good this afternoon for Manchester City. And of course, referee has blown his whistle for the end of the first 45 minutes. And Tottenham Hotspur, who are heading into the first 45 minutes with a lead by 2-0. And goal, scored by Johnson. And of course, your main man, João Panhiha, also getting his name on the score sheet as far as the first 45 minutes is concerned. So, first 45 minutes over. Manchester City trailing by 2-0 against Tottenham Hotspur. Let me get your reaction for the first 45 minutes before we move on straight to Messi for social media corner.
It was a very good and then impressive first half. Manchester City dominated right from the beginning to up to the 30th minute where they went to sleep, and then Tottenham Hotspur also capitalized on individual errors and then brilliant individual efforts as well. So it's been individual efforts and errors that led to Manchester City's downfall so far. Rafinha may not have gotten a goal, but then Richarlison may not have gotten a goal, but then he's one of the best players on the field for me, according to what I've seen so far. He orchestrated the first and then the second goal as well. He made that very nice cross to Bernardo to tap in, and then also pressured the defense of Manchester City, and then causing a very havoc to Manchester City in that 18-yard box where Pahina capitalized on it to score the second goal. Manchester City will go into the dugout and then will try to change things because they've not been good going forward. Brandt Haaland hasn't been effective in the forward role, but rather been tracking back so many times, leaving Cherokee and then also Marmoush up front. But then it does not come out good because if Marmoush cuts in, he doesn't find any striker, so he intends to curl in into the bottom corner, where he's not be able to beat Vicario from any spot. He had two close chances, 1v1, and then Vicario came out superior. So it's the turn of Manchester City to go into the box, the dugout there, and then think of changing their approach. Maybe if they could rest some players and then bring on new or fresh legs, players like Bernardo Silva on the bench who can come in anytime and then make magic. So they will have to now rely on their men on the bench, which is the substitutes, to make any proper impact coming into the second half. But then on the other side, Tottenham Hotspur will be going to the shower room this first half, thanking their stars, and then very, very much grateful for having kept a clean sheet against the Manchester City team is a plus. So you know you are up by 2 goals. You come to the second half, try as much as possible to frustrate them, in order not to let them score any goal in about 70th minutes. Then you know you are almost done. Yes.
Okay, great. So Messi is ready. Messi, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
How's the week been? I've not really heard of you this week. I know you got busy doing the Galka Top 4 tournament and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the content that you were creating for our viewers on social media and all that. Yeah. I mean, that was great. But this afternoon we are talking about Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. I'm sure that social media is buzzing. A lot of people are commenting. A lot of people are sending in their predictions and all that. Tell us what is going on there.
On social media, we have some comments from fans. There was a comment on TikTok that says both teams to win, and so far
both teams to win.
Yes.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
Or both teams to score rather.
Sorry, both teams to score.
Okay, both teams to score.
Yes,
okay,
sorry.
all right. That's great.
Yes, and the way it's looking like, it looks like Tottenham is in a very comfortable lead. I don't know what Manchester City can do in the next 45 minutes of the game, but Tottenham
they have to do something, because for some of us, we've gone that City will score 2 goals.
Oh, really?
Yes, we've placed huge sums of money on it.
Huge sums of money?
Yes.
That's investor vibes.
City cannot disappoint us like that.
City cannot disappoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you take us through. I mean.
Okay, sure. So we have comments from man like OTF. It says both teams to score. Efriye Baba also says Manchester City 2, Spurs 1. But unfortunately, Spurs is leading by 2 goals to 0. Match week 2. That is Premier League match week 2. Match between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. After 45 minutes, I think everybody has now had a clear idea of which team is doing better in the 45 minutes played. I think there was 7 minutes additional time, so it was 52 minutes or 50 minutes in total. But let me get some of the comments from Facebook and see what some of our fans are saying, what the predictions have been so far. We are still taking predictions for the jersey promo that we spoke about. We told you guys that as the Premier League is starting, we'd like to hear your inclusion, we'd like to hear your comments and everything on some of the games that we'll be streaming and bringing your way. And as we all know, today we witnessed the 45 minutes between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City, and we had Tottenham Hotspur lead by 2 goals. A first goal by Brennan Johnson, and then the second goal also came in swiftly, while I think in added time. So some of the comments are really interesting. Someone says we want to watch it. Unfortunately, we are able to stream live to you. That's why we are bringing you the watch along and the discussions as well. Agrohene, I see you. Nice show. William Pito says, I'm like Manchester City. Are you trying to say I like Manchester City, or you are like Manchester City? William Pito, please give me a clearer statement so I can read your comments over here. There's not much chatter on Facebook about the game, but I also want to take some reactions from people on X, what people are saying so far about this game in particular. Let's not forget, Manchester City has not been able to score a goal yet, so Tottenham is leading by 2 goals. I think it came as a shocker to a lot of people. People were expecting at least both sides to score in this first half. There was an incident involving Mohamed Kudus. There's a little controversy behind it. Some people were saying that the goalkeeper should have been booked for that offense, but it looks like the referee was not in agreement with that. So let's see some of the reactions from people on X. We can also go back to TikTok. Let me see what you are saying on TikTok. 45 minutes played, first half gone, and we are still here at our media bringing you all the updates, all the fun, all the entertainment. Match week 2 for the Premier League match week 2, and Tottenham are facing off with Manchester City. There's a lot of tension in the air. I saw some of the scenes where Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola was captured, and he wasn't looking too pleased. He wasn't looking too pleased at all by the scoreline. At least if you are any serious coach, will definitely not be pleased by the scoreline that we have right now. Manchester City 0 and then Tottenham 2. I don't know if anybody predicted. Did anybody predict for Tottenham to be in the lead in this game? I'd like to see the comments on that. But like I said, I'm taking some reactions from X, and people want to hear the ratings so far. James Trafford today says, sorry, let me get that well. Someone says that Phil Foden is laughing in the stands after City went down. I think there was a shot of him smiling. I don't know if he was in shock or if it was just a reaction that he could not handle. Maybe it was the shock, because he didn't probably expect for Tottenham to score them 2 goals to nil in the very first half. And people are talking about it. People keep asking, why is Foden laughing though? Why is Foden laughing? And it's quite funny, because I mean, maybe it was an untimely capture, but people are really, people want to know why he's laughing. And someone said, I've just watched a goalkeeper come out of his penalty area and knock the ball away with his arm, and nothing has been done about it and on field or VAR. So someone is saying, like I mentioned before, there was a foul by the goalkeeper, but it looks like the referee overlooked it, and people are not quite happy about it. So this person says, I've just watched a goalkeeper come out. It looked like the goalkeeper actually came out of his box to cause that blunder, but he was not booked for it. So social media, of course, is in uproar, and people are asking, what's happening? What's really happening? And someone, Dante, says, I think we need to start a serious conversation about Omar Mamouche and James Trafford. Please, I want to hear what the conversation is. What line of conversation are we? What conversation are we talking about? What is the chatter behind Omar Mamouche and then James Trafford? Is there something I am missing? But Dante says we need to really talk about these players. I don't know what the problem is. Again, Timzo also says this is a foul, red card and handball, but because it's Man City, the refs are gonna look the other way. People are saying yes, there was a clear offense, but because the goalkeeper was not booked, there's a lot of miscommunication in the air. Like this person is saying, but said this is a foul, red card and handball, but because it's Manchester City, the refs are gonna look the other way. What is the conversation between Manchester City and the refs in Premier League? Is there a conversation that leads to this kind of statement? Because it looks like this statement is also having a lot of comments. Someone said there was a clear foul indeed, and prime example of someone who doesn't watch football. Another person also chimes in and then says that this person's assertion is not the clear representation of what was shown. So it looks like someone who doesn't watch football. Someone also says that's a red card. So that foul was definitely a red card. Some of the fans are saying it clearly. Someone also says it's the agenda refs have against Spurs. So some also says that it's an agenda and this is not the clear representation of what we watched. Also someone says that, well, the commentator is like it might have just come, to his arm, not deliberate. So someone is also saying that the goalkeeper, the foul wasn't really deliberate and it might have just happened. So that was why maybe the refs overlooked it. And we're also looking maybe in the second half, maybe a mention will be made about it, but if not, we do move. Someone also put a picture of a Man City player, which is Duku, literally stamping a Liverpool player as against the Man City goalkeeper, also stamping Kudus sort of. And someone says, why do they get away with this? So it looks like it's a culture that Manchester City keeps getting away with when it comes to the Premier League. I don't know, the fans, fans are not happy. Someone also says normally it's always tough for Manchester City to beat Spurs. Them Congo put arm for early kickoff a game. Someone is saying that looks like it's going to be a difficult one for Manchester City to beat Spurs. And I think it's quite evident looking at the scoreboard going into the first half, scoring 2-0 in the first half, and Manchester City have not been able to register a single goal, although they've had a few shots on target here and there. Let's take some of the predictions for the game. Let me look at the stats at the end of the 45 minutes that was played. Let's look at some of the stats over here. So ball possession, Manchester City 58% as against Tottenham's with 42%. So clearly it looked like Manchester City were on the ball more, they had the ball more, but they were not able to let it translate into an actual goal leading into the end of the first half. And expected goals, I think Manchester City has a goal expectancy of 1.17, whereas Tottenham Hotspur has a goal expectancy of 0.58. For a team that has this level of possession, 42 against 58, and a lower goal expectancy rate, and still scoring 2 goals against the clear favorites of this game, it's quite remarkable for Tottenham Hotspur. And shots on, total shots played, Manchester City played 5 shots and Tottenham Hotspur played 4 shots. Like Courage said, looks like Manchester City has had more attempts at shots than Tottenham Hotspur, but they've been able to convert their very important shots into goals, whereas Manchester City has not been able to hit any clear shot on target that has translated into a goal. And also on shot on target, it looks like they equally have the number of shots on target per the statistics by goal.com. Says that shot on target for Manchester City 2, and then also for Tottenham Hotspur 2. So contrary to what we saw, contrary to our personal remarks, goal.com is saying that they had equal shot on target, but Tottenham Hotspur made use of that. I can see Thomas Frank, which is the head coach of Tottenham Hotspur, is giving his post first half comments, and we'll also bring you the update on that. Now on corners, Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1 for corners played in the first half of match week 2. And also we have fouls committed, 3 for Manchester City and 6 for Tottenham Hotspurs. Clearly the game has had a lot of high moments over there. 0 offsides yet. And throw-ins, we have 13 from Manchester City and 10 from Tottenham Hotspur. Also for attacking, total shots 5 Manchester City for Tottenham Hotspur. The boys are gathering for the second half of the game. We have, they're literally on the field preparing for the second half of the game. And Agro Hene and Courage will join you shortly for the next 45 minutes, giving you the breakdown of what's happening in match week 2 in Premier League, the game against Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspurs. The game is progressing beautifully. Second half has kick starts, and they are bringing you at their bit shortly.
Right, thank you very much, Messi, for those comments that were being read on social media, on YouTube, Our Media Sports, on Facebook, Our Media Sports. We are glad to hear from you guys. Second 45 minutes is underway at the Etihad, still 2-0 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. We are back. Courage, second 45 minutes, what are your expectations ahead of the second 45 minutes of the game?
Okay, so I expect Man City to be more dominant and then more precise this time. They should not experiment anything. They should not come and caress the ball and then try to have 500 passes before taking a shot as goal. They should just be precise and then dominant. So that's basically what I want to see from Manchester City. And then also Tottenham, also keeping composure and then denying them from having access to their penalty area.
Great, so those are great expectations from Courage. We move on, and this is Bob still in the game, trying to at least get one for Manchester City. An opportunity for Nathan Ake to score, but ball has been dealt with. We are live on YouTube as Our Media Sports, live on Facebook, Our Media Sports, and Manchester City at this point in time controlling the game. I'm sure they've had some pep talks from Pep Guardiola.
Yes, as usual, yeah, he'll talk a lot during the half because his team are down by 2-0, so we need to coach them on how to come back.
This is Bob. Oscar Bob has the ball now, trying to find a teammate, picks one up, and the ball has been dealt with by the defenders of Tottenham Hotspur. Still Manchester City piling pressure and regain possession at this point in time. Finds Ruben Diaz. This is Diaz with the ball. What can he do? Diaz locates Nathan Ake. Ake has the ball, gives it to Umar Mamouche. What is Mamouche doing at this point in time? Mohamed Kudus will have to deal with him. And Kudus has the ball now with his pace and stamina. Gives the ball to his teammates. A long one has been sent looking for Richarlison. The ball has been dealt with by Manchester City defenders. This is Diaz. Diaz finds Bob now. And City trying to pile pressure on Tottenham Hotspur and at least get a consolation goal in the first 10 minutes of the second 45 minutes.
Yes, they're able to get a consolation in the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then their morale will be boosted very, very high, and then they can think of even doing a comeback. But if they're not able to get anything of such, then it will be very, very, very long, and then a long day for them actually.
A long day for the Christian Romero trying to fight with Richarlison, but ball has been dealt with by Jones.
That was a very timely intervention from John Stones.
John Stones dealing ruthlessly with Richarlison there, and I see Frank, Thomas Frank, shouting and screaming in his element now. Yes. He'll do the job. He'll do the job. I mean, first two games, I think it's looking very positive for him.
Yes, it's very promising so far.
And the Spurs fans can afford to, jubilate at this point in time. 49 minutes of play. We are live on YouTube as Our Media Sports, live on Facebook, Our Media Sports. Kindly join the feed, share, comment, and like it for us. This is Umar Mamouche, has the ball now, releases one to captain Ruben Diaz. Diaz looking around to search for a teammate, and Diaz still has the ball. Under the Stones rather. Stones releases one to Diaz. Diaz picks up Stone once again, and it's been a topsy-turvy one for Manchester City. City, who has always been not lucky playing against Tottenham Hotspur, and this time around, it looks as if that omen still continues.
Yes, so you could see James Trafford trying to locate his attackers immediately he gets the ball. He's no more trying to play from the back with those cheeky balls. So it's something he's learned going into the.
Yes. I mean, have you considered that cheap goal?
Yes.
I'm definitely sure he might have learned his lessons and has had some serious talks from his head coach or manager, Pep Guardiola.
That was a wayward pass by Vicario because there was no player in particular he was searching for.
I see Phil Foden might just have a bite in this game because they need the men to push the ball forward.
Yes, Phil Foden needs no introduction at all. He's one of the guys who can make things happen out of nothing. So if he's coming on, I'm sure it will be for Oscar Bob. So we should get prepared to get entertained them more because both teams are really ready to bring on more exciting players in their folds. Yes.
Okay, so on YouTube, let me read. Anna Marie Insia is laughing and says that Spurs. Okay, Calvin Elios Meyer says Haaland now. Says Haaland. Oh, Derek Nyamiye says come on City. Ella Hans Bruno says that oil money can't save you tonight. The oil money is going into something else. Bob has the ball now. Manchester City. Haaland. Oh, that is unlike from Haaland.
Yes, instead of scoring, he's trying to set someone up, and then there is no one in particular.
There's no one in particular. Mohamed Kudus is also dealing with lots of players in midfield.
He's been a fighter in this game. He's not getting much of the ball to enjoy. But
this is one Mamouche. The ball has been sent to, but to nobody in particular.
Yes.
A wasted effort.
Yes, Mamouche, with his pace and then how skillful he is, he's been watched very, very carefully by Pedro Paul. So that ball was intended to just land in front of him, but unfortunately, he traveled far than he was.
The ball traveled far, and I see Jeremy Doku also warming up. He might get a bite in this particular one. And look at this one too from Spurs. Another howler. Oh, but they couldn't. Oh, there is Ryan Cherki. Oh, no. Manchester City.
Very, very, very similar to what James Trafford committed earlier in the first half. But
very, very similar.
Yes,
I don't know why they have also come back to do playing from the back as well.
See, that's modern day football. That's the new.
But modern day football over common sense.
I think
you could see that as it starts now, City want to pressure you.
Yes.
And they had about 4 or 5 players in your box. Yes, so you wanted to pass. And Ryan Cherki, I don't know, has been a pale shadow of himself in this particular.
He's one of the most inconsistent players I've known. He performs magic in one game and then goes to bed in the
Spurs has the ball now, an opportunity for Spurs to make it 3. A long one has been set in looking for Kudus. Papi said us no. 53 minutes of play, Spurs 2, Manchester City 0. And I mean, this is just frustration catching up with Manchester City players.
Yes, Ruben Diaz went in a tussle with Richarlison. Okay, so we now have a better view. So it was James Trafford who started it, and then look at what Ruben Diaz did.
And this was an infringement.
Oh,
could it be a penalty? Could it be a penalty, or the referee is checking it up? But that was a glorious opportunity for.
Yes, so
just as you said, Ryan Cherki has been taken off, Mamouche has been taken off, Bernardo Silva in, and Jeremy Doku is also in.
You look at the players going off, and then the players come in. Then you can shout, "Oh my word!" A lot of squad depth. You see, if Jeremy Doku is on your bench, Jeremy Doku walks into every team in this Premiership. I won't lie to you. And then also a player like Bernardo Silva, like one of the veterans. So they have the squad, they have the men to cause problems for them Spurs defense, but then they are just not in the element or utilizing their full potential at this very moment.
They are not utilizing their full potential. Bernardo Silva throws one for Nathan Ake. Ake tries to pick a teammate in person of Ruben Diaz. Diaz has stones now. Leaves one for John Stones. John Stones trying to pick up a teammate. Sends one to Luis. Luis tries to find Bob Oscar. Bob Oscar finds Bernardo Silva. And City trying to put more men up front and pushing forward for at least a consolation. A long one has been said to Mohamed Kudus. Can he deal with it? Yes, he finds the ball. This is Mohamed Kudus. Oh, I mean, that was a poor touch, a poor first touch for Mohamed Kudus.
Yes, that's very unusual of him. He thought he had so much space, so he wanted to just play the ball anyhow. But then Nathan Ake had a strategy to mop up already.
Mop up already. That is goalkeeper Vicario. Vicario tries to find Bentancur. There he is. Bentancur gets the ball, finds Van de Ven. Van de Ven finds Spence. Back to Tottenham Hotspur's half. And this is Bentancur. Bentancur finds a teammate, and this is the goal scorer. João Pahia tries to find a teammate. Referee says play must continue, and Pedro Porro has the ball now. Tottenham Hotspur leaves one for Mohamed Kudus, the 20-shirted man. Kudus leaves the ball for Pedro Porro. Pedro sends a very long one, looking for Richarlison, an opportunity, but goalkeeper Trafford has dealt with the ball.
That was a very, very brilliant defending from Rico Lewis. He practically prevented Richarlison on having a very, very clear touch on the ball. So he prevented him, and then wow, what a bit of defensive skill from Rico Lewis there.
We are live on YouTube, Our Media Sports, live on Facebook, Our Media Sports. Let us hear from you. Mark Cloudland says, come on lads. Kevin comes back to say, relax, it's still early. City always come back. Are you sure that City can do a comeback here?
It doesn't look possible right now, but then this is football.
It doesn't look possible, but this is football. And football has an interesting way of telling a story.
The attack of Manchester City are not sharp enough. Look at Oscar Bob. He had to wait for almost all Spurs players to withdraw to defense before making a decisive pass. That's not how it works.
Bentancur has the ball down, and it's Tottenham Hotspur who are moving forward. Spurs moving forward, trying to locate a player. This is Brendan Johnson with the ball down. Johnson moves past one. A shot has been quickly effected, but to nobody in particular, way wide, and that was
a very, very selfish play.
Selfish play.
Yeah, you can see Thomas Frank is very, very furious. He should have at least located a player, passed to a player, rather than going for self-glory. It's very difficult to score from this particular angle. This technique is very, very difficult to showcase. So you should have at least passed to. It was 3 against 3. So why do you choose to go for glory by yourself all the way?
It was 3 against 3. Why do you go for self-glory? And this is the technical bench for Tottenham Hotspur with Thomas Frank as their lead. Ball goes into midfield. Papisa has been relatively very calm in this particular fixture. But this is Mohamed Kudus, dribble past one. This is the ability of Mohamed Kudus. Go past one, but obviously has to relay a pass. But Papisa has the ball down. Papisa tries to locate Brendan Johnson. Johnson back to Papisa. Papisa finds Spence now. This is Spence and Tottenham Hotspur coming at Manchester City. Bentancur finds Van de Ven, I beg your pardon. Van de Ven finds Christian Romero. Romero to Bentancur. Bentancur to Pedro Porro now. This is Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro, the ball releases to Mohamed Kudus. Back to Pedro Porro. A nice one, but ball has been dealt with. Referee says well, play must continue. Richarlison counts for the ball. An opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur, but has been dealt with. Spence has the ball now. This is Papisa. Papisa finds Spence. 58 minutes of play. Tottenham Hotspur leading by 2-0 against Manchester City at Etihad. Mamia Pedro Porro tries to find Bentancur. Bentancur leaves it for Mohamed Kudus. Kudus dribble past one, but has been put down. Referee says what? Play must continue. Mohamed Kudus was put down by Rico Lewis.
I think the Spurs players were expecting a foul for Mohamed Kudus, but then
you played to the whistle.
And I don't know why Rico Lewis prevented that ball from going for a goal kick in his favor rather than causing a through ball against him.
Our Media Sports on all social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X. We are there everywhere. You will find me. Or are they like?
Oh yes, we are everywhere across all social media platforms.
So make them share. Give them my baby girls and all that. Effing Dom, Big Ben, make them share. Give them my baby girls. Make them watch the commentary, then give you feedback on it. Our media sport is a free kick for Tottenham Hotspur.
You see the way Kudus managed to win that free kick. Doku was in possession of the ball. He went toe to toe with him, bodied him, bullied him off the ball, and then Doku he managed to get Doku commit a foul.
Yeah. And so Tottenham Hotspur has a free kick, an advantageous position, and Pedro Porro will do justice to this. I mean, Pedro Porro has become a constant free kick taker for Tottenham Hotspur in recent times, and I'm very sure that soon and very soon Mohamed Kudus will take up that position. But Pedro Porro sends a very long one for Richarlison opportunity.
To the roof of the net.
Into the roof of the net, and Richarlison with his beautiful header, and Manchester City could not pray to their stars now.
Manchester City initially thought they were very dominant at all departments, so they were just assembling all kinds of players to play, but then they will now realize that
it's a reality check for City.
Yes, whatever you have.
That despite demolishing Wolves by 4-0 in the first week of the English Premiership, doesn't mean that the team is that set.
No. They brought in a couple of new players, at least 4 of this starting lineup. We didn't see them last season, so you need some sort of adjustments. You need some sort of cohesion to be able to perform to your maximum potential. So it's still a work in progress, even though there's certain Pep Guardiola at the steer of affirmed, but they should still work on their cohesion and then team bonding.
They should still work on their cohesion and team bonding. Mohamed Kudus throws a very long one in for Pedro Porro. Pedro back to Kudus. Kudus says a very long one. Finally, Richarlison. This could be an opportunity.
A replica of what just happened initially. It's about time Richarlison times his header, tries to make his header go on target, because that was a very, very sweet curling cross from Kudus from a very, very long distance. To be able to get to your end, to locate you perfectly, you need to utilize that very, very, very great cross to record an assist at least.
Vicario has the ball virtually on a holiday in this second half.
Yes.
And can afford to waste some seconds and wind down time as well. So this is Vicario. Finds a teammate in person of Spence. Spence leaves it for Bernard Johnson, but a ball has been dealt with, and it's a throw in for Manchester City. City leaves one.
Look at the possession right now. It's Manchester City 39 as against 61% from Tottenham. So Tottenham are beginning to dominate the game. That's the last 5 minutes of the game. So Tottenham have not made any changes so far, but then City has made about 3 changes. So if the changes are coming on and then are not making any significant impact,
very inefficient.
Yes. You see, that was a very, very unnecessary run. He tried to outsmart his attack, his marker, but then he ends up not being able to even get to the ball before it's getting out of touch. Right.
So a reality check for Manchester City. Tottenham Hotspur leading at the Etihad by 2-0, 63 minutes of play. Asil, the likes of Phil Foden, Rodri also warming up and might have a bite in this particular game. But as to whether they will come back and win, they still have a lot of time, about 30 minutes more to do justice.
Yes, the time is still young. At goal comes at seconds, within seconds. So yes,
Richarlison has the ball.
I think this is an offside.
It's an offside?
Yes.
An offside for Manchester City, an opportunity for them to restart and regain possession at this point in time. And City, I've not really seen Bernardo Silva since coming on, but this is Jeremy Doku. Doku tries to find Nathan Ake, but the pass was a wicked one. This is one by Kudus. Kudus has the ball, leaves one for Pedro Porro. Porro trying to find Kudus, but it's a throw in for Manchester City.
Manchester City have been really struggling in the second half, especially after making their 3 changes. They've not managed to cause any significant threat to the Spurs defense. It's about time they begin to show up. Doku and Bernardo Silva prove the reason why they've been brought on by their coach.
Silva should prove the reason why they've been brought on by coach Pep Guardiola. Ruben Diaz sends one to John Stones. John Stones trying to find a teammate. Yes, he picks up a teammate. And there he is. This is Erling Haaland. Haaland virtually has not really played anything in this particular fixture. And it's high time that he tries to squeeze water out of stone. and make his name count, and not just play against those small teams and be scoring against them.
You squeeze what out of?
Yes, out of stone. I mean, you have to.
That's a very interesting and funny one. This is my first time hearing this actually.
This is Vicario. Vicario has been on a holiday in this this second half as well.
Yes. No, not much threats coming his way. This defense line has been in very, very, very good shape. Van de Ven and then Romero are being very, very good, and then also on the flank there's Spence and then others. They are providing shield for their goalkeeper. So far he's been on a sabbatical leave.
Sabbatical leave, yes, I like that. So we move. Yes, join us on YouTube, Our Media Sports, on Facebook, Our Media Sports. 65 minutes of play, Manchester City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. And this is bomb opportunity, but it's a corner kick.
Goal kick instead.
It's a goal kick rather.
Oscar Bob, I expect him to be off since the first half, but then he's still maintaining him.
He's seeing something that we are not seeing.
He's not been efficient enough. He's not causing any real threat. All he does is get the ball, play flamboyantly, and then use possession at the end.
You also ask yourself that even the players that have come on, what have they done? We saw Jeremy Doku.
I tell you what, Doku has been more in the game. He's been seen more than what Oscar Bob has done in the past 65 minutes, even though Doku has been in for less than 15 minutes.
Jeremy Doku, after the season, came down to Ghana.
Yes.
We saw him going to the Great Ashanti Kingdom.
Yes.
To go and seek the
what a
blessings
recovery
from
from
the
Mohamed Kudus.
Yes. And so, definitely sure the king, had some words for him.
Yes.
And Doku would have to exhibit that on the field of play as he still plays for Manchester City. But Pahia has also been great for Tottenham Hotspur.
My man of the match so far. He's been very robotic. He's played in all departments in midfield and also supported attack. Supported the defense very, very, very well. He's provided shield for the defenders. Then he's also got a goal to his name, so it's a very big credit.
A very big credit to him. But as it stands, it's Manchester City who are trying to relaunch an attack once again. This is Man City, and they are trying to play the ball from behind, just as they did in the first half, where I
think this time he'll be more vigilant and careful.
Bernardo Silva finds John Stones.
I don't understand why Bernardo Silva is playing so deep.
Trafford looking for a teammate to pick up. This is Trafford. Sends a very long one into the midfield, tries to pick up a teammate. Yes, he finds one. And Manchester City are coming in full force at this point in time. Rico Lewis leaves one for his teammates. And Bob has the ball now. Bob with the ball, but of course has been dealt with by Tottenham Hotspur defenders.
This is a Bukabo offense. This is one of the reasons I don't really fancy Christian Romero's play, because 1 minute he's a very, very good player, a world class. Oh no, I think this was a clean challenge. This does not supposed to. This does not deserve a yellow card. That was a very, very clean challenge. Maybe the manner in which he went for the ball, but then he got a touch of the ball. He didn't get into any contact with the player. I think.
68 minutes of play. Manchester City has a free kick, an advantageous position, and Bernardo Silva with his master class of crosses could, send a very dangerous one into the box of Tottenham Hotspur. The likes of Erling Haaland can't have a head to it. The likes of Bob, the likes of Tijani Riandes, all of them into the box of Tottenham Hotspur.
With the way Bernardo Silva bends the ball accurately, if Erling Haaland is well positioned, Tottenham should be troubled.
A long one has been sent in, an opportunity. Wasted effort. Ruben Diaz could have done better with this on this occasion.
I think it's a corner kick. It came off Van de Ven.
Okay. So 69 minutes of play. Another corner kick. This is Riandes. Riandes will take this one. So for corners, City 3, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Not too many corners have come into this game.
You've not seen too many. And then
a corner kick has been quickly effected. Another corner kick. So 3 corner kicks on the bounce.
Yes.
For Manchester City. Tijani Riandes. and his transfer was much talked as he moved from the Italian giants AC Milan, right?
Yes, AC Milan. Coming into the Premiership, he was the best midfielder for 3 seasons in the Serie A, guiding AC Milan to win the Scudetto as well. And then I wonder how players or teams didn't really fight for him, but then it was a one-way run by Manchester City, and then eventually got to sign him. He's a star boy. His first match was very, very incredible against Wolves in the first match, and then he's not quite have his day, but then he's not been disappointing so far.
So Tijani Reanders, 27 years of age, and if you move into the market, he's valued 60.4 million euros. His contract expires at Manchester City in 2030. So quite a number of years, 5 years more.
Yes, that's what you get out of very, very good players. You want to gamble on them, give them long-term contracts for them to be able to focus and then know that this is where we'll be for the rest of maybe this period. So we need to at least tune up our mind and then work for the club.
And Nico Gonzalez, flipping up his hand in the air, cannot really believe his eyes what they are going through now. And at the 70th minute mark, it's still Tottenham Hotspur who are leading. And you look at the sort of substitution that Pep Guardiola has made, does it inspire any sort of confidence that Spurs, that Manchester City will be scoring goals anytime soon?
It's supposed to be a forward booster, but then so far we've not seen any real threats coming from them. They've not boosted anything so far. So it's more like what we saw in the first half. The forward lines not being able to take the Spurs defense. So no improvements. Yes, that's just the raw word, the raw and then right word. No improvements so far, but no football changes in the space of seconds. So we are still hoping to see if Spurs will be able to contain the pressure or the midfield and attack of this City team.
That is true. And don't forget at 2 p.m. Bournemouth will take on Wolves. Brentford will play against Aston Villa. Burnley will take on Sunderland. Arsenal will play against Leeds United. That will be all for today. For tomorrow in the English Premiership, we will have 3 more games. Crystal Palace taking on Nottingham Forest. Everton will play against Brighton. Fulham will take on Manchester United. We'll be giving our viewers that commentary, right?
Yes, very.
Fulham versus Manchester United.
Yes.
Great.
We see the likes of Mboemo and Andrew Onana.
Andrew Onana, is he back? Are you sure he'll be in post?
Only Amorim.
Ahead of Ben there.
Only Amorim can tell. Right, Savannah.
Right, so Manchester United will be traveling to the Craven Cottage to take on Fulham. And don't forget that on Friday, Chelsea the Blues. I don't know why you guys are not talking about that, but Chelsea actually dismantled and show class on Friday evening, where Chelsea defeated West Ham United by 5-1, and goals scored from 5 different players.
Yes,
of the team.
Yes, that's
Chelsea
a positive thing.
Finding their mojo back, an opportunity, but has been dealt with by Manchester City defenders, and this is Tijani Reanders, or that was Nico Gonzalez rather, finds Bob. Bob has been dealt with, and Spence has the ball now. This is Spence. Spence leaves 1-4. It's Steven Brennan Johnson. Can he deal with it? But Bob is coming very dangerously at this point in time. Referee says play man continue. Okay,
I don't know why the linesman kept his flag down, because that was a clear foul on Spence by Oscar Bob. I don't know why he kept his flag down. I had to take the intervention of the center referee to whistle for a foul.
It was a clear foul. The center referee takes the foul for Spurs. Spurs are coming.
No, that wasn't an offside. Yes, I think the intervention of the defender.
The opportunity for Papi Matassa to have make it free
again. Yes.
For Tottenham Hotspur. But 73 minutes of play, approaching the 74th minute. City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. James
Trafford has been very horrible. He's had a game to regret, because it's not been good actually. We don't need to pamper these words. He's been very, very shambolic in this game. So this is one of the games he will go back home and then sit down and watch and say, no, I could have done better, because his timing, his game reading, everything has been very, very poor so far up to this point.
So City making another change, 2 substitutions on a bounce.
That's 5.
Foden is coming in. for Bob.
Yes. It's long overdue.
Nico Gonzalez also coming up for Rodri.
Yes, the current Ballon d'Or holder, the best player in the world, is on.
Can he make any impact in this
Only
game?
time will tell.
We got 15 more minutes to go. 15 more minutes to go. I'm very much grateful to you guys on Facebook. Very much grateful to you guys on YouTube and on TikTok as well. And X. This is goalkeeper Trafford. Trafford tries to find Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Diaz with the ball coming up, trying to pick up a teammate, finds Nathan Ake. Ake with the ball now, tries to find Jeremy Doku. There is Doku. Doku does the overlapping. Doku trying to pick up a teammate out front, but things could not materialize, and it's a corner kick for Manchester City.
Very, very interesting, because sometimes you see players like Christian Romero, who you think should be the leader at the back, committing such petty mistakes. You wonder why he's wearing the captain's armband and then not playing to what's expected of him. You had a touch. You're supposed to.
A cross has been quickly effected but dealt with by goalkeeper Vicario, and that was your man Rodri with that powerful, header.
Yes, it was straight to the arms of Vicario. He didn't change direction, straight to where he was standing. I think he should have directed it more a bit. And Trafford will have to come to the rescue of Manchester City at this point in time. It's a throw-in for Tottenham Hotspur. Pep Guardiola has 14 more minutes to at least get a consolation or get an equalization and eventually win this particular one. But I see Spurs also making some changes, 2 changes on the bounce. Brendan Rodgers will come.
Brendan Rodgers is coming off. And I see Solanke also in there.
Yes.
So Brendan Johnson, I beg your pardon. Brendan Johnson is coming off. And very soon, Tottenham Hotspur would have to play a very tactical game to ensure that at least, this reminds me in the Super Cup final, where Spurs were leading by 2-0, and Paris Saint-Germain had to come back to equalize and eventually won on penalties to take the cup. I'm pretty sure that Thomas Frank might have learnt his lessons from that. Yes,
this is more like for like change, and these players are players who will come on to have impact. Dominic Solanke, we know him.
Odobert.
Yes, but then I'm not too sure.
You're not too sure about him?
Yes, but then this is a stage where players are seen, where potentials are seen. So maybe this could motivate him to play above even his
I remember when against Paris Saint-Germain, where they were leading 2-0, Thomas Frank thought it was done and dusted.
Yes.
And then made some silly changes that caused the team.
Yes.
I hope he's not doing the same as it stands now.
That's what we are all hoping for.
So there's this Manchester City trying to play from the back once again, and this could be very, very dangerous for them. Spurs would have to come in full force. But ball has been dealt with. Phil Foden leaves one for Jeremy Doku. Can this be an opportunity for Manchester City? Jeremy Doku here, an opportunity for City, but ball has been dealt with. I told you, this Doku guy is not efficient.
The efficiency with Doku is mind-blowing.
Yes, he's a very good footballer. He dribbles, has the ability to go past players. But when it gets to the final third, it is very, very... he's very, very wasteful up front.
Here we go again with James Trafford. Come on.
That's what he's been taught. He goes by the instruction of the coach. The coach has
Doku should have went down from here. He got caught.
No, he wasn't got caught. No.
Why?
No one brought him down. Brilliant defending by Van de Ven.
See, look at Pedro Porro.
He was not brought down. Yes, he was not brought down.
Wow.
But brilliant defending by Van de Ven here.
Yes. What a clear intervention. He blocked the ball. Actually, the ball was going inside the pole, but then he managed to block it, and then kudos. They are able to keep their clean sheet intact so far. 80 minutes of action, and then it's still 0-2 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur.
2-0 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. Phil Foden limping.
I'm sure it's out of that 3 players he tried to take on the line there. Yes, initial tackle. This
is Christian Romero. They'll have to defend gallantly at this point in time. Ruben Diaz issuing instructions to his fellow teammates. A throw has been quickly effected by Papi Sarr, and Erling Haaland trying to come and defend as well for Manchester City. And that was a brilliant block by Pedro Porro. Other than that, I'm sure Spurs might have found themselves wanting.
That was a very smart way of keeping the ball out of touch. And Tijani Randes was launching on an attack from a counter break, but then Bentancur managed somehow to avoid even a foul or a yellow card, and then it's rather a throw in favor of them. 18
minutes, 10 more minutes to go. Manchester City still trailing by 2-0 against Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro Porro has been yellow carded.
That was very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. You should have avoided that. So, wow. If you have Doku on top of you or at your flanks, you can't afford to be receiving cards, because he might send you off eventually.
A long one has been said but dealt with by Van de Ven. So Manchester City piling pressure at this point in time, and this is Odobert. Odobert has the ball down. What can he do? Odobert goes past his marker. Odobert still has the ball. Wearing number 28 jersey. Odobert has the ball down, trying to pick up a teammate, but unfortunately the ball goes out of touch. It's a throw in for Tottenham Hotspur.
That was a very hold up play by Odobert. He did very well there by keeping his team going forward and also winning the advantage of the throw-in, attacking throw-in, of course.
Attacking throw-in in favor of Tottenham Hotspur, and their fans at this point in time can afford to smile, jubilate, and drink as well. I mean, I've seen a lot of the supporters, taking, a lot of alcoholic beverages and all that. I mean, alcoholic beverages goes with watching football. A lot of beverages, goes with watching.
I can't attest to this. I've not done that before, and I've not seen that before.
Maybe we have to ask FNO.
Have you seen your man?
Jeremy Doku.
Yes.
Very, very inefficient. very inefficient. So it's a throw in for Spurs, and a long one has been sent in by Christian Romero, trying to find Solanke, but to no avail. Now this is Ruben Diaz, leaves one for Phil Foden. Phil Foden finds his teammates. It is Manchester City who are coming in full force, and Bernardo Silva with the ball. Bernardo Silva leaves one for his teammates. This is Rico Luis. Luis finds Bernardo Silva once again. Bernardo Silva leaves the ball for Riandes, and Riandes, finds Nathan Ake to Jeremy Doku. Doku with the ball, dribbles past one pass. Mohamed Kudus, a long one has been sent in, an opportunity, and it's a goal. Oh, what a save! What a save! Brilliant save!
I don't think Vicario had a touch on that. It went off the roof. I don't think.
And this could have been an opportunity for Manchester City to at least get an equalizer. Just look at that from Bernardo Silva trying to locate Erling Haaland.
Was he trying to locate Haaland? I thought it was more. It was more on target. Yes. It was more on target than trying to locate an attacker. If it was with the idea of locating an attacker, that would have been brilliant. I think Erling Haaland was just waiting to pounce on any ball that falls in front of him, but then unfortunately he went towards the direction of the goalpost, and then he went over the bar.
He went over the bar. This is Rodri. Rodri finds Phil Foden. Phil Foden is with the ball, releases 1-2. Rico Luis. Luis finds Rodri. This is Rodri. Rodri sends a very long one trying to locate Jeremy Doku. Yes, he finds him. And this is Doku. Doku trying to take on two players. But things couldn't materialize. Pedro Porro finds a teammate in person of Dominic Solanke. Solanke to Mohamed Kudus. Kudus finds Pedro Porro. Porro back to Bentancur. I beg your pardon, Van de Ven rather. And Vicario has the ball now. Sends a very long one looking for Dominic Solanke, but things couldn't materialize. Tottenham Hotspur at this point in time can afford to waste a little bit of time, but it's Manchester City who are coming in full force with that exerted pressure. A long one has been played, but of course goalkeeper Vicario will deal with it. and Phil Foden with that long shot.
Yes, Phil Foden is known of goals and assists, and then he did very, very well. Instead of going back and forth trying to take on defenders, he just tried his luck, and then he went on target with a very, very powerful. But then the only unfortunate thing about it is it went right and then straight into the arms of Vicario. So good effort, but then lacked direction.
Good effort, but lacked direction, says Courage. Ruben Diaz with the ball. Diaz has the ball now. 85 minutes of play, 5 more minutes to go, and Manchester City simply cannot even get a shot at goal here. This is Jeremy Doku launching an attack, but it's a corner kick for Manchester City.
Pedro Porro is really proud of himself. He's been able to contain Doku, but then I see one thing. Kudus also coming to help from all angles, and then that's helping them to be able to tame down Doku with his pace and his skill sets.
So Mohamed Kudus has been taken off in the 85th minute of the game. He's done his best, and just look at that, another standing ovation for Mohamed Kudus.
Yes, he's been workaholic, he's been versatile, mobile, and then efficient as well, because he's had
Is he tired? Look at the way
he's not quite happy. He wanted to complete the match, but then
he wants to fill the full 90 minutes.
Yes, but
at least I see Thomas Frank has had ideas.
Yes. This one is almost mission accomplished. So yes,
that is what he did against PSG. I mean, we were done almost about 6 minutes.
This is one of the players who came on against PSG. Begba, yes.
Yeah. You are playing against Manchester City. Anything can happen.
Yes, Pedro Porro has the pace. Pedro Porro has the pace, so I'm sure he can go.
They can change the game at any given time.
That's not an offside. It's never an offside.
Bergvall dribble pass, one opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur. This could be a goal. Oh my word! Odubert with an opportunity, missing by inches. And just look at this attack from Bergvall, making an early incursions and announcing his presence in this game.
I think Bergvall did very, very well, but then Odubert failed to keep composure and then direct his ball on target.
Yasmin Adodo on YouTube says Kudus. It says Kudus on the way. Ghana. And Yasmin comes back to say that, come on Spurs. Gilbert says, I'll be back. My data is finishing. Gilbert, you have to stock your phone with a lot of data these days, because we'll be giving you sweet commentary, lots of compelling content, and all that from myself, from Courage, from Messi, and the rest of the crew.
Yes.
From Force as well.
Yes, we have everyone on board. Josiah and Co.
Josiah and Co. So everyone. So 87 minutes of play. Do you foresee any goal from City?
I don't really see City scoring. They've had their chances and then they bottled it all. So I don't see any goal coming up. But then
it's a free kick. Phil Foden is behind the ball. Free kick now, and Phil Foden is behind the ball. We are live on YouTube, Our Media Sports, live on Facebook, Our Media Sports, live on TikTok as well as Our Media Sports, and on X, we are on it as Our Media Sports as well, and so everywhere you will find us. A long one has been sent in, but ball partially dealt with, and referee says it's a foul, and so Tottenham Hotspur will have the opportunity to reset and restart. Is that Kolo Toure that I'm seeing?
Yes, that's Kolo
on the bench of Manchester City.
Yes, he's part of the coaching staff, but then his role hasn't been specifically indicated yet. But then we learned he's part of the.
A lot of exception of the City fans are going home.
Yes, it's almost game over because almost the 90th minute, 88th minute, we have some 35 seconds, so it's almost coming to an end. And then they've not played any productive football, so you don't foresee any comeback or even getting a consolation.
88 minutes of play, approaching the 89 minutes, and we are done and dusted with this game. Thomas Frank will be having 100% record as far as the Premiership is concerned, having won in his first game.
Yeah, so 2 out of 2, 6 out of 6. Yes, no, he's left no stone unturned. He's won it all.
and 5 goals in 2 games.
Yes, that's very, very impressive. He averages 2 goals at least per game.
And yet to concede.
Yes, that's also a very, very huge sign, because meaning the defense are doing very, very well. And as much as our attack is also being very, very, very effective.
Jeremy Doku has the ball now, and Doku is pushing forward. Release one to his teammates. Rodri tries to find Bernardo Silva, and this is Silva with his left foot. Silva leaves one for his teammates trying to locate Jeremy Doku, and it's a throw in for Manchester City. Bergvall making incursions and announcing his presence in the game. And Spurs will do another change here.
Yes,
another Ghanaian descent. Danso is coming on. It's coming on for number 6 shirted man.
Van de Ven.
No, that is João Paulinho, the goal scorer.
Yes.
So Danso is coming on for Paulinho, and it clearly tells you that Danso is a defender, and he wants to show the defense at this point in time.
Yes, when Beckville will fill the space of Paulinho, who is going off.
So referee has added 4 more minutes into the game. We are done with the 90 minutes. 4 more additional time to play. Papi Sarr will have a lot of work to do because João Paulinho is out.
Yes.
And so will have to combine with Bergvall, just as you said. But he will have a lot of work to do in showing the defense. Manchester City at this point in time, Jeremy Doku has the ball. Ball with Jeremy Doku. Doku trying to go past his marker. A long one has been set in by Nathan Ake. Erling Haaland has been a pro shadow of himself. Bernardo Silva waited. Another brilliant one from him, but of course has been dealt with by Tottenham Hotspur. This is Spence. Spence is coming with full force. Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs with the ball, and this is Spence releases one to Papi Sarr. Papi Sarr will do a cross here. Papi Sarr gets the ball now, finds his teammates backwards, and this is Tottenham Hotspur. Bergvall has the ball now in midfield, sends a long one to his captain, and Danso has the ball now. Danso releases to Pedro Porro. Porro back to Danso. Danso sends a very long one to his goalkeeper Vicario, and Tottenham Hotspur can restart the game once again. Vicario sends a very long one into the box, looking for Odobert. Couldn't find him, and City will have to deal with it. But this is Dominic Solanke coming in full force. Can he locate his colleague Dominic Solanke with a shot? Odobert has an opportunity here, and it's a goal. Ball has been dealt with, but what a glorious opportunity.
Why was he always trying to use his head? The ball was coming directly to you, and then you need to keep composure. And then there was no one behind him, so we just needed to keep composure and then go in with your leg. You see, he was ready to use his head.
An opportunity for Tottenham Hotspur to have made it 3. But all the best. I mean, he had all the time to even chase the ball, bring the ball down.
Yes.
And then, oh my word! And Thomas Frank cannot believe it.
Well, they're almost done and dusted, so we can be part.
1 more minute. A corner kick for Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro Porro to effect this corner kick. Pedro Porro to effect it. And let's see what happens here. 83 minutes of play. Corner kick quickly effected. Ball has not yet been dealt with. An opportunity for Spurs to make it 3. Oh, what is the referee saying? Play must continue. Spurs has the ball now, and Pedro Porro with the ball. This is Pedro Porro. A long one has been set, an opportunity. No, has been dealt with by Manchester City defenders. Nathan Ake has the ball, has been put down. Referee says foul against Tottenham Hotspur, and quickly it has been played. Oh no. It's a game over for Manchester City.
Almost likely, yes, because if you're not able to do anything within
last season, Spurs defeated them at Etihad Stadium by 2-0,
and then they have
repeated itself again.
Yes, that shows you the dominant Spurs have over Manchester City, even right from away. Yes, and they are comfortable.
A lot of bad goals for Canada.
Oh,
Chaloma said bet in Porto.
Yes, because look at the pre-match coming from a 4-0 emphatically.
In fact, the Opta supercomputer saved Manchester City to win by 61.2%.
Come on.
So there was no chance that Spurs were going to win this particular game. But there we have it. I mean, that is football for you.
Yes, and that's why we love the game.
That is why we love the game from 40.
You are not. Your tone and mood has changed.
It has changed because my bet is 4.
Yes, I got it.
My bet's 4. But yes, again, it trains here. Big Ben. An opportunity for Manchester City, at least a consolation for them, but Spurs have dealt with it. And referee blows his whistle for the end of the game. Manchester City has lost the game once again, and has been defeated by Tottenham Hotspur by 2-0. Just look at the players of Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, trying to hug themselves and say that yes, we did it. Yes, we made it. Yes. We came to Etihad to see and to conquer, and they have done it. Brennan Johnson's João Pahinha's goal, were enough for Tottenham Hotspur to take the win or the 3 points from Etihad. And the game is done and dusted. Spurs carrying the day, winning by 2-0, carrying all 3 points, and ensuring that at this point in time they'll go to the summit of the table pending other games.
It's too early to tip any team for of winning the Premiership. But then, if you're able to beat Manchester City comfortably means 2-0. Then you are capable of beating any other team on any day, because Manchester City are the standard of the Premiership. They've been there, they've won the league back to back. They are a record-breaking team. So you're able to beat them in their own home, meaning you are capable of beating any team regardless of where the fixture is taking place. So kudos to Tottenham Hotspur for this great performance. This is, for me, the best performing team so far, even though the season is too young and then it's been only 2 weeks. But then on the other side, I think Manchester City caused all the harm to themselves, because you did preseason, and then you played even in a tournament during the preseason, which was the Club World Cup. So how are you now coming to experimenting that you are not mastered? You came in with a lot of novice players like Ent Nori, players like Cherky, Reinders. These are players you just bought in this season. So if you are going to play with them, you need to integrate them bit by bit into the team. But then he chose to just rush them all into the starting lineup and then give them a very big chance to play against a team like Tottenham. Tottenham were more compatible, they were more direct, precise, so they knew what they were up to. They didn't come to take any chances. So it was well rehearsed from the dressing room, from the tactical board. Let's be compact as much as we can. Let's mop up their wingers. Let's go toe to toe with them. Let's press them forward. Let's not make their defense their main point, because Manchester City plays from the back. So if they're able to get a bit composed at the back, meaning their transition into the midfield and then to attack. But if you're able to block them from the back play, which is the real transition area, you need not be able to progress to the midfield even to the attacking position. So Mohamed Kudus, and then also my man of the match, though he couldn't get a goal. Richarlison did so well, impressing the 4 and 5, and then also Brennan Johnson. You see, so the top 3 were tasked to put eyes on the defense of the Manchester City, so press them in order not to get them involved, to be able to transit successfully to the midfield and even the attack. So they came up with a tactics to outplay Manchester City, and then it worked quite well for them. At the end of the day, City also dashed them a goal. So hey, 2-0 is a very good victory, and then they are cruising to the next game.
Sure, definitely sure that Messi will have a lot to say. We'll bring in us, full 90 minutes analysis of the game, coming soon. But let's cross over to Messi and see what is going on social media, what people are saying, what they are tweeting, what they are commenting. I mean, the expectations before and after the game. Messi.
Yeah, hi.
What is happening on social media?
There's a lot of chatter. I mean, everybody has their favorite team going into the games, and there were a lot of predictions. People mostly predicted for Manchester City not to get a win. So there was a lot of predictions for Manchester City to get a win. At least even 2 goals maybe, or equalize, not lose. Yeah. So it came as a shocker when Tottenham Hotspur won by 2-0. And before the game, ADOM says City to win 3-1. Yes, so the predictions were clear. City were the favorites going into this game, but Tottenham Hotspur has shown class in their last 2 matches. This is match week 2, right? But they haven't lost a game yet. And Thomas Frank, I'm sure, is very happy with his boys. Is excited with the performances so far. You know, Pep Guardiola, on the other hand, he has had the hard end of the game so far, week 2, and he's not had any substantial win.
A reality check for Pep Guardiola.
A very, very big reality check. People are saying that you know, Manchester City has been on the downgrade since their last Premier League, their last, literally since the last time season. They won. Yes, all the things that they won, they have not been at the level that everybody expects them to be, and it's showing. It's early days yet. It's just match week 2. There's so many weeks more to go, but I think blockbuster, if you are not exactly need so if you want it fast, you have to get it fast, but unfortunately they are not able to let that show. And the game was fantastic, by the way. Tottenham Hotspur, they've shown so much class. They've shown that they have the boys, they have the willpower. I also want to see, did you have any favorites going into this game, talking about players and all? Did you have any
obviously favorites? As a Ghanaian, I felt that Mohamed Kudus would sparkle, and again, yes, he sparkled, even though he couldn't play full throttle of the game. But I mean, 85 minutes of play was enough for Mohamed Kudus to always, you know, distinguish himself. And just as what we witnessed, we saw a very great game from Mohamed Kudus. I also, you know, wanted to see Richarlison score to increase, to increase his tally as the talisman for Tottenham Hotspur. A lot of people have said that Tottenham Hotspur were going to find it difficult in scoring goals because Son Heung-min was leaving. But I mean, we saw in the first game Richarlison giving us a clue of what he could do, or what is expected of him if he gets the supplies. Exactly. And in the first game, he bagged in a brace. And this time around, yes, he nearly scored, but you saw the crosses from Mohamed Kudus where at least he had some shots on target from the crosses that Mohamed Kudus gave to him. And so the Spurs team, they are really cooking something. And I think that they are a team to watch. The manager, Thomas Frank, is a very tactical manager. And that I'm definitely sure that in their next game against Bournemouth, that is where he will really, really announce his presence and let the rest of the supporters of Tottenham Hotspur know that, yes, he's come to stay. Ange Postecoglou did his part, but this time around, I think their eyes is on the EPL. And he is here to do more than what Ange Postecoglou did. He has to win the fans, and he can only do that when he wins games like beating Manchester City, beating Bournemouth. You beat Manchester City, you smash them. Manchester United, you smash them off, and you give a good account of yourself when you play against the likes of Chelsea, who are now very dominant.
They are very dominant.
Yes,
right
very,
now.
very dominant.
And
so
now.
It was a good game. It was a good game from the two teams. Just that Tottenham Hotspur were always going to come on tops, judging from the records that. I mean, before seen, and having the good omen whenever they go to Etihad. Remember last season they defeated them by 2-0.
Yes. So, surprisingly, in the first half also.
That is the point. And so they getting their Arsenals and their mojo back. Obviously, City were going to suffer. And just as I said, it was a reality check. Pep Guardiola must sit his arms down and then try to find solutions to some of these things, especially with players who do not come into the party. You talk about Erling Haaland, who when he meets big teams on big occasions,
he always flakes when it's necessary.
At every point in time, you see Erling Haaland in big teams or big games, he diminishes. You cannot see him. We also saw the likes of players in midfield who were not up to speed. I mean, Ryan Cherki, for instance.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't really see the ball that he played, and I feel that Pep Guardiola should be talking to his boys. I'm definitely sure they will come good, but as it stands down, this is not good for Pep Guardiola.
This is not good for Pep Guardiola. Courage, any words on what you expected and how the game turned out? I mean, for the most part, most fans expected at least both teams to score and maybe one team coming up on top, but a landslide win for Tottenham Hotspur. What are your feedback?
It was a well-deserved win for Tottenham Hotspur. They came in with a tactical approach, and then that quite worked. They were very, very precise. They knew what they needed. They didn't come to pamper Manchester City. They took the game to them, and then eventually came out or emerged as victorious. Mohamed Kudus, Brendan Johnson, and then Richarlison were the main men in front there, putting pressure on the defense of the City team, and then also Romelu Lukaku and Vicario leading the charge in defense, making sure that they kept a clean sheet. They gave no room or no chance for the City players to penetrate. So it was a well-deserved, even though at the point in time City were dominating and then were causing a lot of problems. Through the middle.
City dominated the game.
I don't think so. I don't think
so.
I don't entirely.
So it's different from everybody's point of view, but statistics from Goal.com says that City had 61%.
I mean, it was
as against 39 for Tottenham.
It was expected that City were going to dominate the game. I mean, they have a lot of ball carriers. Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden.
They rise from the back. One of the things that caused them the second goal.
So obviously they were possessing a lot.
They
didn't do the needful.
Right.
And the needful is to score the goals.
Exactly.
And that is exactly what Tottenham Hotspur did.
They did not waste any chance.
No.
Yeah, back to courage. You were giving your submission.
Yes, so I feel it was a very, very well deserved win. Whoever fights hard and whoever puts in the work deserves to win. City came in flamboyantly. They came in with a bit of flair and then flex, if I should put it that way. They were just there for the aesthetics, playing cheeky balls, the likes of Marmoush and then Cherky. They just came there to have fun, but then Spurs came in with full purpose of business and then were ready to pick up the points. So it was a well-deserved win. They will go into the next game with full confidence, and then also this is also a testament that whatever they achieved last season, they won about 2 trophies, if I'm not lying. So if whatever they achieved last season is an improvement they are going to get in this season, because they will be playing in European top competition, the Champions League. Europa League. Yeah, so they'll be playing in the Champions League proper this season. So if you are putting in performances like this, there's a possibility that if you meet the likes of PSG, who they already met, or the likes of Barca, Real Madrid, or Inter Milan, you'll be able to match them toe to toe. Because if you are playing against City and then winning, meaning there's a possibility of you also playing against AC Milan and then winning as well. So I'm just happy for the English club doing very, very well, and then I hope they translate that into the subsequent games as well.
I'm not surprised if Brennan Johnson, he's been awarded as
the man of the match.
Yeah. He's been very instrumental in today's game. He's been everywhere. He's done so much. He even scored a goal, the opening goal that is for the game. So I wanted to ask man of the match.
For me, I'll go for Pavena, because that guy, come on, he was robotic in the midfield. He was playing box to box and then at the same time getting on the score sheet. For an typical number 6, a defensive midfielder getting on the score sheet is not an easy thing.
It's not easy.
You see how he scored the goal. He didn't elaborate. He went straight with power into the net. You see, so if you get chances like that, you don't joke around with chances like that. And then he was the shield in midfield. He also. He had a certain block. One of the blocks was a world class. It was going to result in a goal against Tottenham, but then he put his body on the line to block that. So I feel Parafena deserves my man of the match. If I'm at the right position to award man of the match, it will definitely go to the Bayern player who's on loan at Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, Parafena.
I am torn between Christian Romero and then Brennan Johnson.
Okay.
I feel that Romero really, gave his best. He really defended well.
And both players are on cards though.
Yes, and they were on cards as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he really defended well. His communication skills at the back, really helped Tottenham Hotspur today.
Okay.
And so I'm torn between Christian Romero and then Brennan Johnson. For Johnson, he kept on terrorizing the defenders of Manchester City.
He was literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
He did all he had to do.
So I'm torn between them, but obviously I'll go for Johnson, who scored a goal.
Yes. Okay. So we have Brennan Johnson, and who did you get for yours?
Parafena.
Okay, Parafena. They were all goal scorers for this game. They scored the winning goal of the tournament, and this is match week 2. But it's early days. But from these games that we've had so far, it's clear that Manchester City has a lot of work to do. They have a lot of changes to do. They have a lot of things to do. And per the predictions I have here, everybody sort of predicted for Manchester City to at least get a goal or 2 in this game. But unfortunately, Manchester City were not able to do that. So I have not come across any correct score for today's game. So unfortunately, the shirts are still hanging back here. We are still saying that predict correctly the games that we play, the games that who come for the watch along with, and predict correctly, and then win yourself one of these shirts or some amazing prizes that we have for you. So some of the comments come on, City. Unfortunately, City couldn't come on. All your money can't save you tonight. Hey, you people. Someone says relax. It's still early. City will always come back. Unfortunately, the City that most of you knew could not come back from this loss. Someone says, Jasmine says, come on, Spurs. I'll be back. My data is finishing. Oh, Gilbert, please do come back. Do come back. We'll stream some other games for you to watch as well. So please do come back. Let me get on X and see what people are saying on social media about today's game, which was played at the Etihad. So Tottenham Hotspur went to the home of Manchester City and beat them 2-0 in match week 2 at Premier League. The scenes of Pep Guardiola. OLT Sport says that Tottenham become the first team in history to beat Manchester City 30 times in the Premier League. Amazing, amazing, amazing. No other club has surpassed this feat, nor will be able to surpass it this season. Even though it's early in the season, Tottenham Hotspur are already breaking history and setting new ones that may not be broken anytime soon. Haaland goes blank in this game. A lot of comments on the prolific goal scorer Erling Haaland about his performance today. A lot of people are saying that he couldn't quite perform up to standard. He wasn't able to get any goal, and as we all know, he is a goal machine, and his ability to score a goal is heavily always people always support. People always support a game day with Erling Haaland scoring a goal, but today he could not come to the party. And another one says that Pep Guardiola has lost 10 times against Tottenham in his managerial career. That's a lot. The joint most defeat he has against any side, level with Liverpool. So it looks like anytime Pep Guardiola has to face Thomas Frank's Tottenham Hotspurs, for 10 times he has not been able to pull a win, and people are not happy. People are not happy with this at all. So at the end of this game, we have Tottenham with 7 points, Liverpool with 6, Manchester United 6 points, Chelsea has 5 points, Wolves has 3 points. We'll be back for more updates. We'll be back for another watch along game at 4 p.m. That is, so watch out for that game. So you can stay with us. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's game, and thank you for dropping your comment. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for just sticking and staying with us. It's been over an hour and you have been consistent. Like we are always saying, predict correctly the next games that we'll be previewing with you, and then win amazing t-shirts. These are original fun t-shirts that you can get for yourself by predicting correctly the scoreline of the games that we'll be watching along. So catch you back at 4 p.m. and don't forget to predict correctly. We'll be with you again. Hello sports fans, welcome to Sports on Our Media Sport. Today I'm full of smiles because I have some good news coming your way. Now, as we all know, we are in pre-season, and the next season 2025-2026 football season is about to kick off, and Our Media wants to bring some goodies your way. Now we'll be doing a lot of lives, a lot of watch-alongs. During the FIFA World Cup, during the FIFA Club World Cup, we did a lot of watch-alongs where some of you joined, and we had an amazing time. So this season, we want to have more of that, and we want you to join in the live, join the conversations once we are streaming, and drop your comments. Let's get interactive. We want to grow a community on here. So what we want to do is, as you can see, we have some amazing shirts. These are quality shirts, by the way. This is Real Madrid, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Now, let's not forget, Chelsea has the World Championship badge in there. And we'll be giving all of these out based on your engagement with us. Now, if you're able to join our live on our watch alongs and you're able to predict correctly some of the score lines of the games I'll be bringing your way, guess what? You stand a chance to win some of these amazing shirts, and also some cash prizes and airtimes here and there. Now, this is not a one-time thing. Throughout this whole season, Our Media wants to also support you as you support us. So this is a call for you to engage with us, share our content, like, and one thing you can also do is to invite your family, your friends to like, follow, and share our content. So we'll be looking out for you. We'll be looking out for your content. We'll be looking out for your comments, all the fun and all the joy. We'll be looking out to hear from you once we come on live, and not just our lives, by the way. Once we drop content, we want to see more shares, more interactiveness, and then we'll also like to reward you for your effort. So this is in our media is saying that support us and then win yourself amazing prizes. Thank you for your support so far, and we're looking forward to seeing more from you throughout this whole season. As always, I'm your host Mercy, and catch you some other time for some more excited offers.